Oh,
All right,
goodness.
just gonna
Are
make
we
sure
live?
put
Hello?
my links and I'm ready. Did I change the title? No, I don't think. Oh, I didn't. Oh, Winslayer. Oh. This is not Return of the Zombie. That'll happen in a
That
few
happened.
weeks from now.
Yeah.
Another Return of the Zombie
Okay.
to part two.
Where is my video?
Part two, the full multiplayer.
There we go. There we
It's
go.
like the long
Yeah.
form title, right? We need a poster made. Actually,
Okay.
yes.
We'll get Nemki to do good art for us.
Yes. All right.
All right, we're in. So
There
I'm
was
on push to
an
talk.
actual title to this guy.
I'm on push to talk, so they can't hear what I'm talking about at the moment. But my plan
Yeah,
is,
I
as
don't
I
even remember
was
what I was
gonna
doing.
do a couple weeks ago, is just take my undead
You
army
were
and
getting
go
ready
fight
to attack
Nurgle.
Nurgle. It's gonna be a victory for Garacian or Godsend in this multiplayer. It has to be.
It sounds like you're trying to go to a battle that wasn't going to happen.
Well, we have one session, so you guys should have some battles, and I think go fight Walker.
I mean, I'm in the middle, so like if you guys want to just start walking towards me, that's totally fine too. But yeah, we'll get two of these three into a fight today.
I defeated Manafont to go me. Wonder if there's any. I should have maybe kept my scout around there when he surrendered, because now it's just maybe not defended. But then again, it has. Yeah. No, the walls went down, and I think it may have spawned in stuff anyways. Ah, I get to fight AI now. Good practice. Good. I haven't really been playing this game.
All right, everybody, it's time to head on down.
As like me and Walker were talking about yesterday, it's actually I've been pulled back into Crusader Kings. It's like
Yeah, CK3 is
fallen in love again.
I would 100% be down for a multiplayer CK3 after like Game of Thrones or after the end role playing group if you
Keep
guys are
making
interested in
units
doing
here.
that.
I love
Lest
that
I get
idea.
behind,
I don't
defend,
know
defender,
when I can do that,
maybe a
but I want to.
necromancer.
I think it would be
Sounds
fun
nice.
to
Save my
do just, like,
souls for a
one-off
minute,
or
though.
a two-off thing to just like fight out the Dance of the Dragons or something like that.
Stormwind produce a vendor. Okay, let's see. So nothing's boosted.
They're cap 1 of 2, which
4
means
turns.
I can animate this guy.
Second farm.
Return to the living.
Oh, this is the city that doesn't have access to foresters, unfortunately.
You're only level 1, so it's cheap.
So what should I build? I mean, a blacksmith would be probably good, so I can start getting the draft. That would require 2 quarries, so I'm not going to boost this. Is there something else I should get first? I mean, the stonemason production boost how quickly I can get everything else. I can also actually
Never
boost this by
actually
getting a
played
farm.
Crusader Kings. I think I've briefly watched streams of it.
So let's start on the stonemason, give that a couple
It's
of
not very
turns, and then we'll
complicated.
switch to the
It's
blacksmith,
really
and then we'll
fun.
switch back.
The AI is, you know, like the AI in most games. But like it doesn't matter if you're playing with friends, and also like just generically, I think it's more fun to play that one as a role play anyway. And then you get opportunities to just like move around because you can switch characters.
Who's red? Oh, it's Baddock. Wait.
Paddock's dead.
No, it's
Baddock's dead.
Nurgle. Nurgle, move your spearmen or you're going to war over by
I mean,
Helden.
we're going to war anyway, and I have 15,000 spearmen. That doesn't help me. Are you the blue one?
Yeah, just...
All right, you would throw a peasant pikeman into an arcane guard.
I think you're gonna find I have a few reinforcements.
Yes.
Not again.
Two games that I actually have a question as to whether you guys have looked at or experienced. One, because Walker always mentions Slay the Spire.
I love Slay the Spire.
Have you seen the new Knock on the Coffin lid?
No. Is this another roguelike?
Yeah, it's being compared to
Oh,
Slay
yeah.
the Spire a lot with enhanced storytelling.
Knock on the coffin
cool.
lid? Wow, what the heck? That's a cool name.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna Google this right now so I can look it up later. knock
Oh,
on Warfarecraft?
I will say I played the Slay the Spire board game yesterday. My friend got it at Gen Con, and it is awesome. I am shocked at how much fun that
Yes.
was. We did 3 acts. We actually beat the 3 bosses on our first try, which was, well, my first try. They had been, a couple of them had played before, but it's so good. It really translates the game into a board game, but more importantly, 4-player co-op. And it's all like simultaneous turns. You can trade your resources around. It's very, very friendly. I love it. It's the perfect implementation of co-op, in my opinion.
All right, I need to
That's-
Google
that's
something
really
else.
cool.
What was this one
Yeah.
called? I only heard the description.
It's the Slay
was
the
the Slay the
Spire
Spire
board game
board game.
that came out. It's
Oh.
very expensive, but I'm almost inclined to say it's worth it because it was so fun. We were gonna
keep
play
an
like
eye
different
out.
board games like we usually do, play like 1 to 3 board games per board game night, but we just played Slay the Spire the whole night.
If I'm lucky, if I pray to the thrift gods, it'll show up at my thrift store because I keep getting really awesome games there.
Wow, that's
I
gonna
just got
yeah.
Sagrada. I don't think this one will show up there, but I
Oh,
got.
nice. I
I
have
got
to avoid
Wingspan,
those games on account of my
Sagrada.
colorblindness.
Azul, a lot of like things that we used to spend like $40 on for like $2.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Just you know, gotta go every what Friday I usually go. It's a thing. You get good finds if you go to enough places like that.
We picked up a game in my hometown's thrift store called Vino, the exciting game of wine. And it's a trivia game where you go around a chateau in France answering wine questions to try to get to the wine cellar. And the game recommends everybody brings a bottle of wine, and then the winner takes home all the rest of the wine. And none of us know anything about wine, so it's just a shit show. It's incredible.
I like this.
It was like 50 cents. We still have it. It's been like 15 years.
One of my stories from my dissolute youth, I had a friend who was in the math department, and I kind of like associated with them like generally just because like they played math like magic games and stuff like that, and one of them was like this really quiet, very demure, kind of nice guy. And every year he and his roommate would try to put on this fancy wine and cheese party, and they would have like a whiteboard with a big description of all the different cheeses and like where they came from and the different notes and the different wines that they were going to be serving. And every single year the premise was, and this time it's not going to become a big rager and have a problem. And every single time it did. It was so funny. Every single time this dude was like, all right guys, this time it's going to be the classy party that I want to host. And then like 6 hours later you see him on the back porch, no shirt on, playing Slap the Bag.
That's so funny. Oh my
I've
god.
never seen.
That's good. That's good.
Well, I have to
would
get
use
a
his
corrupt
name,
soul.
but
It's
he's-
on brand.
I think he's a fancy math professor in Milan now, so I don't know if he wants to
Okay,
be
yeah.
knowing about that.
That sounds like the origin story of a fancy math professor in Milan.
You know, half of my audience is in Milan, probably.
Oh, serious? Done.
No,
That's so funny.
I don't know.
My top 3 most watched videos on my YouTube channel of all time are this random point-and-click horror game I played like years ago, and the analytics show that it's like Russians and Mongolians, like propping up my view count. It's so
Nice.
strange.
Yeah, 100%. They're like some really interesting, like this game is only popular in Central Asia things that are just fun to learn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was playing this thing where I want more coast. Give me coast. Making good gold here, like almost 200. I guess my armies did die, so that might explain it a little bit.
Yeah, if you have no army, your upkeep is really low. Good deal.
Hey, but that means I can just build what I want, which is good units.
Yeah. Nice.
I don't think he's noticed yet that all of my forces are on his coast.
Prospecting those mountains?
So excited.
No, it's just a scout.
I'm
Get
gonna
out of my mountains.
I'm
you.
gonna siege the shit out of his capital.
The other game that I was looking to mention, I think I told you
I
about it,
should get a
Winslayer.
Frost Fairy. Winter Fairy.
Solium Infernum.
I've heard of that.
Ah,
Yeah, that's been on my radar. Have
The
you played
Hell
it?
diplomacy game.
I have. I stopped playing it because I realized that I am not doing it justice unless I'm playing multiplayer.
I gotta look into that because I've heard very good things.
There's a lot of socializing baked into the diplomacy of that game. It would be a lot of, like, if it's something that you guys play at some point, I want in, it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
Interesting.
I might be able to get that one. I doubt. Well, I shouldn't say I doubt they will give me a key. I could always reach out.
Yeah, like sometimes I mean, the only keys that I've gotten have been ones that they've just like asked me, "Hey, do you want to play this?" And they're like not a lot of them, but it doesn't.
What's the
hurt you to send a
material I
email.
need for Frost? I think it was
I mean, when
Bronze Blood.
I
Yeah,
did
Frost
it, I used to
damage.
do it more like back 2018,
So I need to-
2019.
I need
got
to go
like
settle
pretty
over
positive
here.
reception. I'd say 60% of the time I would get like, maybe not this time or yes, but
Yeah.
next time was generally what I would hear if it was a no.
So I need
The
Archon's
developers
blood.
actually went into hibernation.
So I could just do an
Like
arc. I could just do a
because
outpost.
they're basically
3 turns till I get
shrunk
another
their team
hero.
down, just to keep the servers
But I have to
running.
clear it.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
Shoot.
yeah,
I'll
then they're
get
probably
another
not handing out too
Whispering
many
Stone.
keys.
Magic Origin unit.
they might.
upkeep reduced.
I mean, some people understand
should
that
get
it's good
that.
marketing, and some
Okay,
people
I'm,
just want the money.
Has he not realized that?
Orbitz is saying he wants to see me do a video clearing
his
out Gold
capital?
Wonders. Didn't
Like,
I
what
do
is
one
happening?
on the
This guy
the
hasn't moved.
Midas touched one and said
He's
it's like
busy
the
doing
easiest
something.
Gold Wonder declaring the game. I think we all agree, right?
Yeah, that one's just amazing to clear.
You just need
I just don't
enough
think he knows
DPS
yet.
to kill units before they all awaken, and you're fine. You're
Also
good.
need, like,
that's
frost
the, I
blades
think,
or
the key
something.
to that one.
How have I not?
But yeah, if you haven't seen that,
That
video,
one,
Morbits,
like the
Like, how
gold
did I
one,
not get
like
either
that
of these
in particular
offered
is
to me
so
yet?
easy
Come
that
on.
You can clear it like way earlier. Like you can clear that on like turn 20 pretty easily.
I think so, yeah. And
Okay, well-
not even in manual. I think that one's something that you can auto
you can
into.
do an auto for 100% of the time. Like you just need to have enough damage. That's all. And so like you know you don't need as many CCs or clears or healing or anything like that. You just need raw damage because they'll unlock one at a time. But you know because of the way auto resolve works, all of the mechanics are existing in that game. Like you'll see the normal experience in auto that you would in manual, where everyone's just frozen.
Oh, I can't wait to wake up and be alive again next turn.
How come this stat can get on the land?
It's
and
like
these
it looks
ones
like
can't?
Horatio understood the assignment, but he's gonna start sieging down my capital before my troops are even in the area.
Yes,
Rude.
good job.
Rude.
Gracian, I feel like you've been taking notes and I appreciate it.
Look, here's the thing. Nurgle has spent my entire time I know him disparaging my boys, the feudal and the skeletons. And so here they are at his doorstep.
Yeah, that sounds like justice.
You're gonna hear from my lawyer about this.
Okay, well, your lawyer's gonna have trouble finding your house.
Yeah, they probably will. I do not answer my mail.
I mean, it's gonna be
ever.
a smoking ruin.
That too.
Is your lawyer that pikeman fleeing my coast?
Yes.
That's not a that's an interesting dual job there, lawyer spearman.
I mean, you know, I feel like there's a story there, and I just don't want to interrupt him when he's trying to figure it out. Like, how did you do this?
I mean,
why would you?
You
do
always see
this?
those dumb billboards with lawyers with boxing gloves on. They're like, "We'll fight for you." So now I just want to see one that's a guy like, "We'll stab your enemies for you."
We'll form up with a bunch of other people with spears, and then
Yeah, you've got a pike wall defending you. Call
Yeah.
1-800. We'll take the first strike.
Oh, that's good.
Oh.
Put it on the banner. Walker's going into overdrive here. He's gotta trade with
I
all
just
of his
gotta leave a lot of
vassals.
units around because I got nothing else. I think this is okay though. Maybe I'll do this actually.
Christian, what are you doing off my coast too?
I actually don't know what you're talking
Listen,
about.
as soon as my army gets here, these guys are gonna die. Those are just a bunch of tier 1s. You're gonna do economic damage to me, but I don't think you can beat these guys. Like,
Well,
where's
look,
your-
I
where's-
either win or I die lore accurate.
That's fair. That's fair.
Ah, no, what is this? Oh.
Yes, perfect time. Wait, what I bet this is something that would have been helpful for me.
Whoa, my god, what the heck?
So yeah, you're right.
No!
This has been pretty good for you.
No, I should have ran away. I
You
would have had my 2
God.
enchantments.
I mean, it would have meant less damage out for your shocky boys, but I do think that generally that probably would have been good for you.
No, because one of the real problems was his ranged hero with lightning damage.
Yeah.
That would have not. Aw, man. Somebody tell Badak that he did it. Kept me from winning this game outright. Gosh darn you. Have this guy go here.
Oh, I need to finish researching Blizzard. Random mana pickup that I don't need, but whatever. Alright, let's send you home. I actually need a group of units to go clear that Archon blood once I actually get like a defender. Let me just build like an archer down here. Like I don't have any units because I sent them all to Nurgle. Yeah, get out of here. Get the hell out of here.
Tier 2 army of madness soon. It's gonna be terrifying for you all.
Where'd this group go? Wait. Oh, they
Sure,
left.
Let's just do this.
Oh god, this is horrible.
Hey.
I might park this unit in this area and just use him as a don't raise stuff from my vassal blocker. This might be what I do. Got scouts everywhere. I've got eyes everywhere.
Wow.
Get up into the mountains here. Can't believe he's spent so much time disparaging my feudal boys. My boys. I probably will die. It is a bunch of tier 1 units. If I had landed 1 turn sooner, I think I would have been in better shape, but you know, I was just kind of far away. Oh, his city is real close to his capital. What the heck? Look at that. Okay, I need to get in here and see what
Now,
he's
how do I
got.
get more casting points?
You don't.
Workshop.
Yeah. No, I think you're right.
Forester. Forester would be good.
Oh, but I got a level up. Yes. Yes.
There we go. That'll boost that up. So I should probably
Get some
let's see, this
restores.
is vulnerable. Anything could
I've learned
take
a
the
lesson
city.
here.
Well, that was
man.
Yeah, I should
Restore
probably be
is-
working on this.
It remains one of these things that's fantastic in manuals, but like every single time I watch it in Restore, I like in auto combat, I have to ask myself when Morty is actually taking it, because I don't think that he is taking it like as his like low level picks, because it really does a number on your autos.
Sending invading forces. Oh no, I don't have the army for that right now. I have to turn this guy around. Just form up an army. I'll have a hero.
Restore,
2
I think
turns.
it's hit or miss depending on your lineup. Like I feel like because I've used it quite a bit, and there are some team platoon competitions, or I can't think of the word for it, that it seems to have
Compositions?
that seems to benefit. Restore seems to benefit the auto resolve, but there's a lot of them where it doesn't seem to help at all. Like if you're
It's
And some of it has
generally
to do
not
with
as
movement speed.
painful as long as you have something that's damaged enough that the AI will target it on turn 1. Then it doesn't matter as much. And you can easily
Just the
manipulate
item
that by just like
forge.
putting injured
It's a
units in the
lot.
same stack as the restorer. But you kind of need to do that, otherwise your units really do just like walk all over the battlefield in very weird fashion.
I should take this to a
I think movement
Single
speed
player for
also
YouTube.
factors in, because I find that like if your hero and the wounded units will sit back and heal with the restore, and then someone who's full health will just run forward and die.
Yeah, there are definitely ways to manipulate it, because you can, if you have a teleportation on a slow unit, like a teleportation on an Eldritch Sovereign that is not athletic, then that's like a lot worse for the restore problem, because then it'll teleport away, use the restore from like the complete opposite end of the map. But on like a 48 movement flying unit,
these three are
like a
mystic
hero on
culture. What the
an
heck?
amount, it is a lot less painful.
Just FYI, Godsend, if you didn't, if you meant to end your turn, it looks like you didn't.
I just realized that all three of you are book studying nerds. Can't believe there's 3 mystics in me.
Yeah, well, I wanted to see if how many people we could get in as Oops All Mystics.
Yeah.
And I guess we forgot to say something in the public chat.
I'm going to walk by your desk and push your stack of books onto the ground and then turn around and laugh at you with my other Chad friends in our varsity jackets.
Good.
Have you watched Nerdy Prudes Must Die yet?
No, I don't think I've heard of that.
Have you heard of Star Kid?
I don't know. Maybe.
Star Kid is a musical group that out of Chicago, I think, originally, that did the Harry Potter musical, but like they that was like 15 years ago, and they've done a lot of stuff since then. You should, if you like musical theater at all, you should definitely check out. I think Nerdy Prudes Must Die and The Guy Who Didn't Like Musicals are the ones that I'd recommend at first. But like if you like Wicked, then you could watch Twisted.
I do like Wicked.
Yeah, Twisted is really funny. It's a take on Wicked, sort of, where it's a retelling of Aladdin from Jafar's perspective.
Oh, okay.
And it is hilarious. And it's got great music, like just unbelievably good music in those guys' repertoire. Hey, you know, I don't know if you know this, but because you're sieging my capital, all of my mana income is disappearing, which means I'm gonna have to send you some pretty strongly worded letters.
Oh, okay.
He did it. I love it.
Okay, just make sure you leave them with a human, because the skeletons can't read.
That's okay, I can't either.
So Walker, do you want to move the pikemen outside of Lorwell?
I would love to. Where is this? I'm moving everything like kind of towards my capital right now because it's on fire.
Why?
I don't know if you saw that.
No.
And yeah, Grayson, you were the next to be notified of. I'm chasing scouts out.
Okay. I don't know where we're talking about, to be honest.
Well, you just moved it.
Okay.
Grayson, you're very bold. You're scouting 3 players out of 4 players, wait, including yourself.
I think I'm scouting everyone.
Yes.
Yeah, I just gotta get this map revealed so I know where to go next.
Fair.
Yeah,
After
see
you
all
kill
his-
Walker.
all his kills one after another.
I could
Got this.
try to make friends with Monofont. Is that worth the Imperium? It might be.
I did also want to comment how lucky it was, and both power and lore are role playing for you to have the crypt in your starting area, Grayson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lost Queen's
Yeah,
Crypt.
Arthas.
Oh, and yeah, and for thematic purposes, I did recruit her into my pool.
Oh god.
Good. Good.
Pretty sure. Maybe I didn't. Maybe that was another game? No, I thought I did. remember it being... Oh, yeah, here she is. Oh, God. She's got a helmet on, so you can't tell how ugly she is this time.
Correct choice no matter what, though. So. I don't think there's ever a time where you would choose not to recruit them as the outcome for that.
Yeah, right. It's so good. The items that you get are the best part.
That's
I
true.
think.
It's just that
Yeah,
she's a level
it's so
1, and
many
you're like,
levels, it's
ugh.
crazy. That doesn't matter. Like, it's level 1, except that she comes, like, combat effective is like almost a level 4 minus a signature skill because of all that equipment. And of course you can move that equipment around. But yeah, she's just and she comes with Whiteborn, right? Like, that's a big deal. As long as you don't put undead units in her stack, then she's fine.
Man, you guys just don't roleplay enough. Sometimes you have to be like, how dare this vile seductress attempt to take my units from me? We must put her down.
I feel like I roleplay, but I roleplay as the same exact character every single time.
She's an abomination!
Pretending
Yes.
to be something else. I'm just roleplaying as Nurgle every
Oh,
single
I see.
time.
Good.
What sort of
Arthas
monstrous
was like,
abominations
hey,
can I
you can
create
be a
here?
raid boss in one of my dungeons.
Take this on this guy. My alignment is evil. No. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Alright, Grayson, how do I get to Walker's capital?
I don't
It's
know
like-
if it would be sportsmanly for me to tell you that, but
it's fine.
It's westish. I mean, if everybody arrives here at the it might make sense for Winsley to fight Godsend, depending on how many troops the two of us lose. I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
I'd
yeah,
rather
we'll
hang
see
back
what's
and
left
pick
over.
off the winner.
Yeah, just like send troops in this general direction. We'll have as many fights as we feel like we have the time and energy to do, and then we'll call it.
Yeah, I have 3 heroes,
I'm-
but 1 stack. No,
So,
2,
I'm
1.5.
You just like click the right of Last Stand. You have 3 cities, right? You'll have
Yeah,
9
it's a
troops,
bunch
like,
of tier
immediately.
1s. Yeah,
It
yeah.
is, but like that's
It's enough
that's
to
what
start
you're
clearing the map.
fighting against, dude. No. Like,
It's true.
Look at the army. Can you see Gracian's army?
No.
it's
No,
turn
I guess
22. I
it's-
mean, you're not going to have
Exactly.
18
You're
tier
not
2
gonna be
units.
fighting. Exactly. You're not gonna be fighting against like a bunch of tier 3 and tier 4s. You're gonna be fighting against a bunch of tier 1s and tier 2s, and then
Good.
some tier 3s maybe. So if you want to be in this fight, I would just click right at the Last Stand and just send units over there.
I think I could do it next turn if I wanted to.
Doesn't
And
seem
then
to have
you're
fire
right.
damage.
I wouldn't have to keep summoning, and I'd just be able to attack you guys and
Just,
maybe
like,
get
go
some
fight.
more
Got
tier
a
2s
little-
over there.
No, these
but
are
I
rift
don't know.
bolts. He doesn't have...
I am building them.
He has
decently
frost and
quickly.
lightning damage.
Takes me 3 turns, but
These are
I only got
skeletons,
2 out there.
so
but
they do not
my-
care about
my mana
frost,
income is
and
being
lightning
devoured by
doesn't
something.
is an extra. If he was the regular mystic,
I'm
he would
not
have
sure.
fire available.
175.
Ah,
Yeah,
marauders!
Yeah,
What the?
you're being marauded? That's so
Yeah,
rude of
and
them.
it's a long story short. I'm not even gonna tell the story. God.
It's a long story short, and I'm not gonna tell it. Done.
That city is so far away from where I want to be. And also, why is the Pirates Cove just standing there? Guys, I stood here so you would come out and say hello. Now I feel like I need to attack into 500 strength on the water with my 700 strength. God, that's a lot of units. Do they get the embarked penalty? They do.
Grayson, do you want to move your scout or no?
Yes.
My game.
Are you talking about down here by Archland?
No, between me and Walker.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Fine game. Oh. Enjoy your freedom for now, free city.
your- Scout is gonna die. Is this okay?
Oh, you have a phantasm. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to leave him alone, I'm just going in to see what Nurgle has so that I can kill him easier. But that's up to you.
Attacking
Get out of
Nurgle?
here.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
sieging
not
his
attacking
capital.
anybody. Yeah, he's sieging my capital, but we're not in fight yet.
I promise, on my honor, as Arthas Menethil, King of Lordaeron,
There's
that
no
I,
honor there.
he said,
I
"Fuck."
immediately click the kill button.
All
Wait,
right.
so why
Let me just get out my little black book of
you're
conquering.
still waiting on a turn to roll over? All right, good. Now we're good.
Oh, I just remembered, Godson, I think one of the rules is if he has movement, he should be allowed to run it.
No, I did. I moved already.
I had to move first.
But he had a phantasm, so he could get in the water.
Yeah.
That is fair. Now I understand. Guys, I'm about to fight 2 stacks in the water because I have a lot of things that help my guys fight in the water, but it feels wrong.
Good luck.
There's a bunch of guys with spears here that just gonna do damage to me, and then there's these guys over here, which I'm a little worried about, but I'm more worried about the spears, so...
Walker, it's your turn to move your
You're
shell.
gonna be okay.
No, I'm not. You don't
No,
understand.
You're gonna be okay.
You don't understand.
No, you're gonna be okay. I'm here for you. Do you want me to come help?
Wait, what's this thing, dude? The sign of Vanguard? All melee attacks are minus... Okay, good. So it's good they're mostly melee. Ah, yes.
Who made a faction called Mad Hotties?
That would be Badak. He did it.
And he's also his character
that's
is
a
Badok
crazy
the
name right
Uncool,
there.
and I don't understand. That's not nearly roleplay enough for me.
You would call it something cooler than Mad Hotties. I would give
Yeah,
you that.
I would call it
Absolutely.
like the Rageful Infernals.
Yeah. You would give it the
See what I did there?
flavor that the game itself does, right? Every single time, it's always just like nonsensical adjective and then noun that kind of describes something. Enchanting Tigrans. There we go. Done. Right?
Yeah. I'm the Azeroth humans. Excuse me.
Good.
No. I refuse to.
Oops, I was supposed to shift something around, or maybe that was over here. No, this is correct. I messed up this one. It doesn't matter that much. The blacksmith, so I need quarries. Quarry would probably be good. I could start. I could reach up to here.
Alright, let's get some more stuff.
That's not gonna help. I also need gold. Maybe I should just grab this mine. It's only 5 money because this is Occupado. But it would also come with it's just the 5 gold. That's not worth it. I think the quarry is better. I'm gonna save more money with the quarry's boost than I'm gonna get from 5 gold. There we go. So I'm very poor. I'm only making 21 bucks a turn, which is extremely, extremely bad.
Winsley, I can be paid for Walker's whereabouts, by the way.
Ooh.
I'll just tell you, you see the middle of the map. It's like maybe half of the map west of that.
Okay. I'm kind of moving in that general direction anyway,
Yeah.
so
Like there's an
good to
altar
know.
of the
Just wait.
stars that you'll encounter, and if you just like keep sailing due west 1 extra turn, you'll get to the capital.
Walker, are
Okay.
you trying to block my trade deals?
No, I'm trying to get, if we have time, 2 fights together. I don't know if we will.
How did your
so I don't
siege amount
promise
go
that.
up? What
We'll
happened
see.
here?
Did you
what do you mean?
build?
I had an archer battlements coming down, and then you started a siege, so I had 55 defense.
So rude.
It said 2 turns last turn I had left.
I don't see.
Now
how
it's
that
gone
would
up
have
to
been
4.
possible, because you have. I don't see why it was telling you 55, because you have just 1 onagers, right? You have 13 siege speed on 55.
When I started the siege, it was
much
going to
gold.
be 4 or 5 turns, and it's been several turns, and now it says 4 turns. And I swear it said 2 turns last. I'm gonna check the recording.
This is the second turn that it was under siege. It started at 5, and this is now turn 4. Because I can
Oh,
absolutely
impossible.
confirm, because I've been watching
Impossible!
my mana rapidly diminish to 0. I know this is the second turn of that siege. Thank God.
Chat. Review the VOD.
I don't know what's gonna happen whenever I dip brutally into negative. I hope it doesn't just start randomly removing
Your
my
elementals
units,
like
but,
explode one by one.
explode.
Ah!
But I'm gonna have a couple of turns of negative mana before we can lift the siege.
Oh no, I defeated an infestation when I could have gotten a free unit out of it. Oh wait, but I can get this. That's better.
Check this out. Here's Stormwind. I've
So-
got like Elwyn Forest.
Random theory crafting discussion. The some of the society traits, like I find the meta has been really shaken up by the combination between the balance correction and the patch. I find myself moving away from things like Scions of Evil and Runesmiths, even though the rankings weren't their power prior to all of this. I find myself finding them less powerful now that rankings matter more with the nerf. I don't know if anyone else is seeing that.
I think I agree. Like, largely, I do not think that removing the medals from the society traits was the right thing to do. Because like some of the best like traits in the game are the ones that don't even have medals on them. And so like I personally was much more excited to see potentially removing it from blacksmith and or armory, because those two were just like good pieces of infrastructure at game release anyway. And I because of the existence of fabled hunters and hermit kingdoms and other things like that, the medals did exist on fabled hunters but did not matter. Like the military picks were kind of always a little bit weaker than the raw economy ones. So I think that was just a mistake.
Look at the constellations. The constellations going by in the ocean is really beautiful.
Yeah. I don't know if I've seen them. Where are they? They're just in the water somewhere?
They're everywhere. There's it's basically like a grid pattern of constellations that's been applied to the whole overworld, and it slowly moves from east to west.
Oh, I think I see the grid. Little squares there. Ah, in the
Well,
water.
I don't mean there's like a physical grid. I mean like there's like a pattern of them. But yeah, if you look in the water, I think it's easier to see them on the water or on plains. I mean, maybe it's a graphical setting. I have no idea.
Yeah. No, I think I see them actually. I'm pretty sure I see them.
Everyone has trouble seeing those. It's surprising to me. Like, can you not see?
I
like,
met
Oh, there's
someone.
Winslet.
There they
Okay,
are.
Hi.
They're all over the
Everybody's
place.
here.
Hi.
Welcome to my party.
Hello. I don't see you, but you know.
You shouldn't see me.
So-
Really? I see you.
Where are you? What the? What?
Do you promise the party's not going to be a rager?
Look, half of
This
my
time it's
units
not
don't
gonna
have
be fair.
eyes. Okay.
Okay, so Gracian, go to your main stack.
Okay.
Your big army.
Yes.
Do you see Winslay's army now?
Oh
No.
Just no.
Winslet, we might be desynced.
No,
There's
I
a
think-
non-zero chance of that. Or do
No,
you
I
it's
just think he doesn't have the
Gracian?
vision to see me in the water. Because I see
Oh,
him.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
it
it's
is
real-
possible
it's
because
dark around
there's
here.
forests here too.
I'm-
So that could be obscuring.
I'm by the mountain just south of.
Okay. Yeah. If you just, I need 3 more turns,
Yeah.
and then you can have your turn at him.
He's just like he's just off the edge here.
You wanna know
Or, you
how
know,
long
we
it
can
takes
kill
me to
each
sail
other.
from my capital to you?
Yeah.
And if we kill each other, then Nurgle wins. But you know, that's your prerogative.
It takes me 5
mean-
turns from my capital to get to your capital. I love it.
Yeah. This definitely could be. Are we even on a large map here? I don't remember if we are or not. But like honestly, whenever you're playing with islands, because of how fast you can move on the water, I I kind of like large islands with an Umbral Abyss. I think it's silly, but I think it's fun to do every once in a
I've
while.
got a blizzard
'cause
ready.
It really does feel closer than it looks, right?
I've
Right,
got to go get
totally.
this Archon Blood before the end of the day
Everybody
so I
has
can make
40 movement
Frostmourne.
here.
What's the point if I don't have Frostmourne? This is why I'm not going to win this siege. Ah, so tough. Now, he's building a lot of
I can
pikes
get
for
this
some
guy
reason.
Up there.
Interesting. And they don't have the Astral Blades, so he's not getting stronger with casting spells. So if he's playing Potential, combat spells are overcharged. Economic Edge, inflict dissonance with their attacks. When
Actually,
an
that
enemy
spell shield I
overcharged
just made
spell
can
is
be
cast
ready
and
for a
suffers
fight
damage per stack
at the
and
capital
loses
in
all
3
stacks.
turns. Like I just built it this turn. Okay, that's cool. Love it. We are close.
But I don't overcharge.
Now what do I need other than this? I guess stuff. None of this helps me now.
My spells are overcharged, so I just don't cast spells
Apart
and
from
then
the
I
tier
beat
3
him.
units and
Easier said than done.
damage types, is there any other differences between the units for potential and summoners?
I don't. The yes, the spell shield for
Freezes
for
and
potential
stuns.
freezes
Yeah.
instead of stuns, which I think is broadly worse.
Is the chance different? 60% for
No, it's still
Frozen.
60.
No, it's the same. It
Okay.
does deal like frost damage type, which is a little interesting because it gives you options to fight back against storm spirits. But
Yeah.
like generically, Frozen is I think just a sketchier form of stun than raw stun.
I mean, it
It's
does
almost
synergize
common,
with
so it's-
cryo, but
It does, but it also just has like more things that are immune to it and in more ways to interact with it thanks to the potential burning counter.
I have a Banner Man.
It's still good, but
temporary
I
hit
think that
points.
Frozen is kind of balanced to be both the most common and the most easily disrupted form of stun.
Right.
yeah.
So good.
Alright, here we go. We gotta land here, make an outpost, get the Archon Blood, build the item foundry, make Frostmourne. That's the plan. So let's go back to the capital. Let's cancel this, build the item forge.
All right, should
I'm
I take
bankrupting
experience
myself
leader
for
on
this,
this guy and then reset
I
him
gotta
in
do
2
it.
turns? Is that? I think that's actually
1000%.
pretty optimal.
Alright,
I
I've got
think
the
I'm doing
walls
it.
here. Can't land on the shore yet. Okay, so what's guarding
Then
it?
I have to
Ooh, a
remember
tier
what
4.
I had on this person. I like what I have.
But I
on
have
this person.
numbers. I have the numbers for this. Because I've got these guys coming in and they're... Oh, it's up 2 Bannermen, though. Ugh. Might be a bit of a wipe. We'll see. Think there's anything down here in this corner? No. This is probably worth a look. Walls everywhere. Blizzard ready to cast. On brand. Oh, here's all of his units. Okay, but like... Ugh.
What kind of damage channels are going to do extra damage to both Walker and Gracian? Not many. Oh, you're out of gold. That's not good. Gracian, I'm impressed. I kind of don't want to kill you here. This is good. You're going to win, I think.
I think it's gonna be an interesting fight because it's not gonna be a siege. I'm gonna attack out next turn.
Nice, nice. Yes. All right, then
We'll see what happens in that attack out. But yeah, I'm gonna attack out next turn.
I'll wait. I'll
I'm
wait.
not worried about
Probably gonna die, but...
much here. Let's just take.
But then he's got to fight
this, 'cause I know I want it.
the next one.
Wait, was it, including Baddock, was it all 4 of us as Mystics?
There's one player that, yeah, Badok was actually Mystic. And I think, yes, that sounds right.
You're
4 out
kidding
of 5
me.
players is Mystic.
4
right?
Mystics?
This is the Mystic Island free for all now.
God, surrounded by nerds.
Yeah.
Book
Arthas-
learning nerds.
Arthas the nerds.
Not true. Wait, you seriously can do that in an AoE? Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, that is the story of his corruption, right? A bunch of people smarter than him telling him what to do. And him just smashing around.
Yes, I'm not that familiar with the story actually.
Which
Oh
story?
man.
Arthas turning into...
Oh yeah.
Thing.
I mean, it's mostly like people like, oh, Arthas, don't interact with that evil sword. It'll do bad stuff for you, and being like, it'll be fine.
Yeah, it was, right?
Yeah, it was mostly okay. I mean, like, it was like it created a good story, and according to season 8 of Game of Thrones, that's the only thing that matters.
Yes.
And who has a better story than Arthas the Broken?
I can't believe they said that.
Yeah, also, fools, you put a god emperor on the throne. He can see the future, he can see the past, he can see anywhere in the world. What the heck?
Yeah, what's
They're
wrong
just
with that?
really
It's great.
big fans of Children of Dune. That's really just all it boils down to. Alright, Gracian, do you have units 17 and 18 for these stacks for next turn?
Nope.
Okay.
Well, that's tragic. Will I get my lightning torn up? Yeah, I think I will.
It's okay, I'm not worried about it because after I fight you, no matter what happens, I've got Windslayer to attack the winner.
Yeah, and there's Godsend has 2 stacks nearby too.
Shh, don't tell them, they didn't know.
No, I actually saw them.
Winston,
I knew.
vision to see,
Well, I knew he had at least one. I was
Gracian.
just over there with my scout.
That's right, this guy's built.
I honestly played pretty poorly this game, so I'm just...
I mean, this is your first main multiplayer, right?
Yeah.
I think you did fine for yourself. Like, you managed to not die brutally, and you've got at least a second hero on the field.
Alright, do we want to make these permanent? It's gonna cost all of my mana, oh my god.
Cost me a very small portion of my mana. Wait, you guys
It's like-
also don't have a lot of mana?
Wait,
What's
Oh
wrong?
my god!
Shock units, right?
So it's, yeah,
Yes.
I think it's shock units get,
I only
like,
have 4 of
48
them.
movement.
Oh, that's not
So
good.
it's
That's
like
not worth
really
it.
good for getting crazy fast storm spirits, but mostly is it.
So if
It's pretty good though.
if one of us picks this, like it's all individual, right? If I
Yeah.
if I keep the enchant, okay.
Yeah,
So if I
it
do this,
starts
I'm
as a
not gonna
global.
have mana for a fight this turn, which is kind of a problem, right? I think.
I mean, I think.
Or should I
I think
wait?
we're probably not gonna have the second fight on the exact same turn.
All
because
right,
that
then I'm
seems a little
taking this.
silly. So
I'm
if
taking
you,
this.
If you need a turn or two to organize. All right, Gracie, let me organize some stacks. Do you need to reset your heroes or anything like that?
I don't think I'm gonna bother.
That's fair.
I do have a spell, so just let me know when you're ready. Also, Godsend, that scout's about to enter into eternal nightmare if he doesn't get out of my capital.
Here's-
What,
here's
the
a
one
scout.
pillaging?
Yeah, I sent him a little spooky friend.
Good. Oh man, this spell shield won't be able to get into the fight until 2 turns from now. I have 2 spell shields that are on the way.
Why are my hero options so bad?
I don't have the answer to that one,
Skill diff.
unfortunately.
What's going on?
The additional heroes being offered to me, the rolls are bad.
The rolls for it? Like, you
Yeah.
mean the special abilities that it comes with? It
Yeah.
seems to be mostly random, except there are a couple of them where it's like, if you play as a human barbarian, then you get some, like, fixed heroes to work with.
Really, I didn't know. I mean, the question was actually rhetorical, but
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that there was actually like weights to the rolls.
It's not even a weighted, it's like there are a couple of pre-created heroes that will show up if you specifically take one form trait with one racial, like with one culture. I don't remember the list, but it's pretty easy to find. And some of them are actually pretty good. Like, you get some of them actually have 2 skills at the same time rather than just 1.
I do not seem to be able to cancel the pillaging.
Yes, I remember seeing something about that. I don't know when that changed, but it's not ideal for some situations for sure.
Well, yeah, then I have no choice. You can kill it if I can't
Okay.
cancel.
Well,
pillaging.
sorry. I don't know what's causing that. You can't click abort. You can't move him.
No. It
Very
just told me that that's what's
strange.
happening.
Is that a
And-
bug or is that intentional?
I think it's intentional, but it's also something that I don't remember them making a big announcement for, and I was kind of like shocked when it happened to me too. Like it's I think not going to change anytime too soon, but who knows? I don't think that's introduced this with the beta or anything like that. I'm pretty sure it's been around for a few patches.
Your scout was worth 1 soul.
It's a tragedy. Are you guys fighting this turn or next turn?
Yeah, this turn.
This turn.
Yeah, I'm just casting an enchantment, and then I'm actually ready to fight right now, Gracian, if you are.
Okay, let me cast.
I managed to get mana together, just barely, but I did it.
I'm so proud of you. You did it.
I can cast spells.
Frost damage, status resistance. So, I mean,
You'll
these is
never
a bunch
see
of
it
storm
coming. I
spirits,
can't
and they
build
would
it,
take a lot
but
of frost
I can
damage.
cast spells.
Those also weaken his front line.
Yeah.
This doesn't matter as
So
much.
how
as
do
the
we
support
feel
units,
about interference from the sidelines?
I mean,
Fight me.
I think given that it looks like you guys have like 2-3
Look
stats
at this!
right here, I would be fine if Gracian and I have this fight, and then we just see how many units are around, and then 2 out of the 3 others, you know, also have a big
Yeah,
fight.
I don't see anything stopping us from having a series of fights. Like,
Yeah,
as long
it's
as
just
it's
time.
like, yeah,
Just
it's
people
just
are going for it.
unfortunate for whoever's the one getting attacked over and over. But you did
I think-
invite us to your capital. Not that I wasn't already on my
no,
way
I'm
there
not-
last time we
right.
played.
No, I
invited
mean, if I
everybody here, so we all have this battlefield. It's like,
This is where we need battles that have multiple like more than 2
Yeah.
players but aren't on a team. It'd be so fun.
yeah, like a War of the 5 Armies kind of thing.
I mean,
think-
if I wanted to influence the weather patterns for the fight.
Ooh, I
Are
see
we
what
okay
you're
with
saying.
that? I mean, like that. I'm not gonna stop you.
Yeah, I
but
don't
would
think
say
that's
that,
against
like,
the rules.
If you guys are gonna fight each other, then I think you're probably better off saving the casting points for, like, in the mana, especially for that actual battle.
Oh, I
Like,
have,
unless-
I have the mana to do it for the next 3 or 4 turns if I wanted.
Well, yeah, but you're also
I
gonna be
feel
using
like-
mana in battle itself with tactical spells.
For
Don't ever
sportsmen,
discount that.
for sportsmanship, I kind of want to see Nurgle for versus racing without it, but I also kind of think like if you really have like 800 mana, like
Yeah, if you have
I don't know if I
800
can
mana, baby,
say like
I
you
can't stop
literally
you.
yeah like.
I mean, I had 1,000 mana before I spent it to become that permanent thing, so I still have like 700 mana. So he's probably in a similar boat. There's no shortage of mana.
I think this is going to be an interesting fight without it, right? Like this is basically what
probably
the fight
will.
is going to be.
All I have
It
to do
looks
is
like it's
kill
gonna be-
some units
Oh.
and then weaken him,
1566 versus
and I'll
1300.
come back.
Oh, Gracian, you might need the weather patterns. I think he's trying to
Well,
help
it-
you.
It depends on what the weather patterns turn
It's up to
into,
you.
though, right?
Yeah. No, I think, Grayson, you got this. You got the skeletons on your side. This is great.
Gracian, what is my aid worth to you?
Well, I have
It's even
15. I have
offer you
15
anything,
gold.
though.
Do you want my 15
You
gold?
guys are at war. You can't actually trade resources to each other.
Why not?
The game won't let you. Open someone's diplomacy screen. Try to trade with
Diplomacy
them.
is more than just resources.
Oh.
Oh, like that kind of. Okay. I'll give you 1 hour with me for free.
350.
You do have better armies than me. I'm just looking at what you have here. Godsend, but do you have a third? Or is it just 2 stacks?
You'll just have to find out.
I think I see a third, I'm just not sure. The thing is, I can fight you, I just can't fight you with all 18 of my units outside of the water next turn. You'd have to come into the water and fight me next turn, because I've got a spell shield that's lagging behind.
It doesn't necessarily have to even be next turn, right? If we just have to have people force end turn a couple of times, we can. Godsend, if you want to cast the spell, just like do it. But I think if we're gonna get a second fight, then we have to start this in like 5 seconds.
Okay, no, I'm gonna leave it be fair. I just thought it would be fun for the sake of
It could be fun.
honesty and entertainment value.
Gracian, which one do you want me to attack into? Do you want me to attack into your ruler or your second hero?
It doesn't really matter. I'd like to ask a question real quick so I don't forget. In Godsend's armies, I assume this has to do with the Mystic subculture, but some of his units have like a little blue orb in the top left of their portrait. Yes. Why only some of them have that?
Those are the Mystic or the Magic Origin units that he can use Astral Echoes to level up.
Oh, so it's saying he doesn't have enough for the other ones?
No, it's just indicating that those are the ones that he can at all, I think.
Actually, Gracian's right
Yes.
as to whether or not it's how many
Oh, it is.
of
It
my
is
resources and the
highlighting,
amount of
right.
experience required, which is probably information that other players shouldn't be privy to.
Shouldn't
Yeah,
be
that is
privy to.
interesting.
Yeah, you're right. That's weird.
Alright, this
Okay, yeah,
Alright,
that's all. Because
well,
I was
good luck,
like,
have
only
fun.
some of them. Like, there's a bunch of magic units, and some of them don't have an orb. And I was clicking on them, like, is there an enchantment or something?
All right, we successfully did not fail to have everyone be able to watch this, right?
No, I'm not
Wait a minute, I just remembered that Arthas never conquered Kalimdor. No!
No.
What was I thinking?
just doing. I noticed something there. I thought the text said that when I clicked that thing, I would have the enchantment on my guys for 240 mana. So I was like, dang, this is expensive.
Yeah.
That makes sense. And then now I see I have to actually enchant it
Yes,
for 100
I know,
mana.
annoying. I know, I
What?
just had the same thing, yeah. I was like, oh,
Alright.
that'll be cool to have that permanently, like, nope. Now you permanently have the option to have it, semi-permanently.
Well, I knew it was going to cost me mana and gold and upkeep now versus what it did beforehand. But I didn't know I had to spend another 100 mana on top of the 300.
Yeah, same.
On
Yes,
top
I'm
of the
agreeing, yeah.
240. Yes, I don't know, man.
But aren't you using Storm Spirits? It seems like it's like tailor-made for Storm Spirits.
Yeah. No, but now I'm like trying to do the math in my head because I think I have 90 casting points and it's going to cost me, I think it said 100. And that means with the 40 that I have now, I may need to cancel the thing that I prepped last, which I think is the Storm Spirit. And I'm just like, why, game? Why are you doing this to me? So I have to do it in the right order to try and get ready earlier rather than later. I just don't want to waste the casting points. I think if I cancel the Storm Spirit thing anyways, I'll be able to prep that one pretty easily with the remaining casting points and I'll be pretty much where I'm at anyways. I just need to remember to do that when we're done here. Somebody who's got better memory than me, help me remember. I got a few people in chat. Dude, I love how this is awesome. There's so many pole arms in this match. So everyone's a mystic.
Yeah, there's
Why
gonna
is
be a
it-
billion pole arms in every fight.
Why is Arthas also a nerd? Is the real question.
Why is he a what?
Arthas isn't a nerd. Arthas is feudal.
What,
It's
he's
just
like
that
an
Yeah,
ultimate
Arthas is
Chad.
carrying a staff
You
for
kidding
some
me?
reason.
He's using a staff.
Staff.
Why-
Okay,
is that
that's because it's the only strong item I have.
Yeah, that's a good point. What?
Kind of feels lore accurate, actually.
It's
if
a
Arthas found a
Yeah.
powerful evil staff, he would 1000% use it.
Yeah, it's a tier 3 staff that summons spiders. What's not to love?
Yeah, how does Arthas feel about spiders in
Yeah,
the lore?
you don't
Is
just
he
go to
cool with them?
Northrend without killing an entire race of arachnid people.
Yeah. Oh my god, I actually have a good army, guys. I've been thinking about this. It's kind of wild. I have a level 8, a level 4, and a level 4 hero, supported by 18 units, some of which are tier 2. I don't have a single tier 3, which is, you know, a thing.
You did have a pretty massive like scale battle. I mean, otherwise the resources for experience would have been limited. And you hit the C's faster than most of us, right?
Yeah, because you can get there turn 1. I don't know if I did it turn 1 because you're still relatively weak, and you don't want to lose too much in those combats. So I think I waited for a few combats. Although at the same time, if I remember correctly, it didn't spawn me adjacent to water. It spawned me inland, and there was, I think, 1 or 2 fights on my continent. It was a really rough start for me. I had the Tide Spirit at the very least, which I kept alive. That was, I think, my turn 0 spawn from being Druidic Terraformer, maybe? Pretty sure I'm Druidic Terraformer, like Seafarer. So I'm very happy that I kept him alive. It was actually very useful. Could have used it more. But it was fun to keep him and use him.
In hindsight, when you guys said this was going to be an island map, I probably should have done like a Seafarers faction. But
Seafarers is really good, but it's not the only way to approach island maps. Like, Spawnkin is also a lot better on island maps because a lot of the boats are single model entities when it comes to those fights. So Embarkation is just like really, really good there. But you can do a lot of different things on island maps. You just need to make sure that you're aware that farming is going to be focused more on fighting gold out of the pearls and then food off of the fish and then limited access to production.
And you can pretend that you've spawned in Azeroth and then find a different continent and call it Kalimdor and then go over and try to kill the elves.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that too.
Hey Garacian, he has a Chaos Pulse.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna stay. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay together. That was just for a boof.
I'm just noting it is all. It's like, oh.
Oh yeah, not a surprise. I know. I always assume
No.
that there's gonna be some stupid AoE with that kind of creature.
I think they changed the insanity on this, didn't they? So it's 1 turn now.
Nope, still 3 turns.
Oh, it's changed on the Mistress, but not the okay. Sad. I mean, they'll get caught eventually, right? Like, that's too good.
Yeah, it's RNG is fun when it's balanced, and I think some of those effects are better than other effects. And yeah, it's random, but if you roll any number of insanity for 3 turns, it's just too good.
Yeah, three turns is nuts. That's the worst offender on that, I think. One turn would still make it a very powerful
It still would,
effect.
yeah, because
I mean, if they really wanted to keep 3 turns, make it a neutralize, make it a take actions away for, I don't know, maybe even 2 turns, because 3 turns seems like a bit much for that even. But
I mean, like, there are other 3-turn effects on the Chaos Pulse, so I'm just, like, not super worried about that. The Electrified is 3 turns, so, like,
Yeah.
there's always an option there.
blind until end of combat. Okay, sometimes, I guess.
These guys don't have stand together or anything because I haven't put the signet. It's expensive.
Don't get me wrong, I love this game.
So I want to separate my units that I just buffed so that he
I
can't Chaos
am
Pulse
him.
them as easily.
I Chaos Pulse any groups of 3 or more. That's a nice group of 3 or more.
I can't really not have a group of 3.
It's the problem, right?
A
Yeah.
little bit unfeasible here.
Let's just avoid the or more then, I think.
You could just, if you just retreat all your units, Gracian, then you won't have 3 or more groups.
You
That's the real
you
thing.
joke,
They're
but that
better.
would be strategically the best decision here, and let everyone else fight you. Thank you.
Yeah. No, you gotta just keep him from having gold, and then his units will leave on their own free
No.
will.
We've experimented with this. I've observed it now with the mana side at least. They did not disband. They were extremely mad for a couple of turns, but with our mana problem sated, the storm spirits are no longer screaming angry at me. I think that was a planetfall thing only. Like they were extremely negative morale, but I don't think that they were disbanding.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
Maybe you got lucky on those rolls.
Start at -50. Maybe.
Wait, so I'm confused. None of you guys you fixed your income issues?
I fixed my.
Oh,
no. I fixed my bank issues. My income issues are still a problem, but
okay.
Like, as long as you have enough in your bank to cover for your negative income, it doesn't matter.
For the Imperium mana thing?
Imperium mana gold, yeah. If you have a negative income and like a 0 bank, then all the units that rely on that resource as a form of income will start fights at -50 morale.
Whoa,
so, like,
negative
breathe on them and they start routing.
50. That's
But
awesome.
I did get through that. I did get through it.
You know what's funny? When Walker told me where his capital was, I was already literally moving in that direction because I had my system. You were exactly where I thought you were.
Yeah. I mean, it was a limited map, right?
I'm actually pretty close to Godsend too, I think.
Yep.
No, go away.
Well, no, Godsend, don't you have a city on next to my capital across the?
Not that I know of, which is
Oh, okay. That's hilarious. I thought you knew that you were on my border, but I guess since my capital is just in the middle of nowhere land, and
See, now
I built
after this fight,
east instead of west, you never saw it.
I'm gonna
if
lose
I saw it 2
all my
weeks ago, I
stuff.
completely forgot. So,
Yeah.
But
I
what'll
probably only
happen
have
is-
vision on your city because my capital has extra vision for being the capital,
No one
right?
will be able to take
you
advantage of
seem
that
to
because
have
they're all over
extra
here fighting,
vision compared to us,
and I'll have
regardless,
income back, so I can start
based on
developing again.
everything that we were talking about with this.
When you go in
Did
water,
you
you get more
take-
vision, and when you're embarked, you get more vision for sure. I think
Yeah.
that's
But
one
you
of the
didn't
things
take
that I
a
noticed.
vision skill, did you?
No, I don't believe so. I think I took, well, maybe, but I don't think so. I can't see it right now, can I?
Not in battle, no.
No. I believe I took things that are more useful, like dodginess. I can dodge ranged attacks more easily, which I'm not seeing a lot of that. Well, you know what?
What?
Gracie does have some archers here.
I took things that are role-playing related.
I think the vision skills are actually good. It's just something that you can't quantify.
Yeah, I know
they
what you mean.
influence your ability to creep really, really positively, but you can't like say, all right, this is a 10% whatever, because it doesn't work like that. It depends on what you actually find and how you find it.
Activating insane Gracian luck. Trigger
Do it.
activated. Chaos Pulse will exclusively be healing my units.
Wait, he used it. I didn't actually see that trigger. He did.
No, he didn't
actually
use
just
it yet.
heal
I'm
you?
just
use it.
activating my luck beforehand so that it helps me.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, he's doing the Gambit power. getting absolutely wrecked by Magneto. That's the Gambit power.
Well,
Oh, I like Gambit. That's Sag.
Did you watch X-Men 97?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for the new one. And I saw a really cool side by side of the intros from the old one and the new one, and it's so cool. If
what's
you haven't
it like
seen
in
it,
general?
they
I
they
think
basically
they did a
remade
really
it
good
with
job of-
modern.
It has a lot of the same vibes as like the original X-Men from the 90s, but with like much better animation, and I think better storytelling, but it's still like a Saturday morning breakfast cereal kind of cartoon. So
Here's
just
the
like, prepare yourself for that.
It's
Any of
not. It's not The Boys or Invincible animation,
Yeah.
right? It's like
No, I think
kids'
actually in some ways
cartoon
it's
in a
better.
regard.
Honestly, the animation quality is incredible. Like, they, according to Cosmonaut, the artists did a good job of like relying on Capcom versus Marvel for like ideas for fighting, and the fights in it really are incredibly good. They're like frenetic and fun and really engaging and show like a lot of team ups, but it is it's more that like the story is pretty basic, and that's not even a bad thing. It's just a true thing, I think.
Probably a silly question since you're saying the story's basic and it's more like Saturday morning cartoons. But given the fact that Marvel did just get the rights or whatever to the X-Men, is the story in X-Men '97 something that's going to end up being canon to movies?
Quite possibly.
All
I don't know, I
multiverse
don't
now,
know.
right? Isn't
Yeah.
that the point of multiverse now? Is that any canon is like not necessarily in the same universe? It can be.
Yeah, back-
It is canon
Yeah,
somewhere.
it is canon somewhere.
That's how they're explaining away the fact that they didn't originally own the rights, is that it's all part of the multiverse. But with them making new content, I'm wondering if it's part of the universe that they've been storytelling in. That's basically what I was getting at.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably is my guess, but like I don't know how often they're gonna reference it or interact with it, other than just saying, "Hey, this thing exists."
Yeah.
So Grayson, you have infectious insanity prepped, right?
Yeah, 2 of them.
Good. I was waiting for the Mighty Meek when I came over here and looked at your units, and then I was like, very sad. This would be a good time for some Mighty Meek skeletons, I think.
Yeah, Mighty Meek would make this fight a lot more terrifying.
Cause then Hero just dies.
Yeah, your hero
You
counts
know,
as,
like-
a
Mighty
tier
Meek
4,
rips
right?
them apart. Heroes are tier 5 for Mighty Meek.
Jesus, that's... Yeah, I feel like... I wonder if
Crossbows
they
is
should...
plus 10 damage.
I wonder if they
It's a
should
lot.
balance that. Like, I can almost see it being like champions and Godir should be treated as like tier 3s, and then
Yeah, that
like
might be
the
better.
dragons and eldritch should be 4 or 5s.
Do we
They
think
are
the
literally
tome-
way bigger.
Do we think the tome is worth anything without it, though?
Lightbringers have some plays, but not really. I think you're onto something. It has to be good.
Lightbringers are, I think, a lot better in the new format, just because like they don't cap at 65 HP anymore or whatever. Like now they can actually survive a couple of rounds, but they still have issues where like they're really soft to range units. Now it's like a good weakness to have because ranged units just generically aren't very strong, but they are very soft to ranged units, and so you have to be careful on how you build around them. And then they also have like the weakness to frost damage, which is not like as bad as it is on undeads with their -4 weakness, but like you got to be careful still because there's a lot of ways to get good frost on the board.
Yeah. So somebody has to attack somebody here, and that somebody is Walker.
It's me. I'm moving there. It's just a slow burn. These guys 32 movement on Storm Spirits without them being able to phase. It's pretty slow.
Yeah.
Hoping I can get one of these bad boys to evolve. And I wish I had the mana for that.
Find someone
that
good
cool
to
event,
smack
because I
with
would have
this.
taken very fast on these in an instant.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to take some time to make sure I have the mana and the casting points to get that thing up for my fight.
Yeah. I mean,
And
if
then
you,
also
if you
have
a
something
couple
else
of Storm
after that.
Spirits, like those are gonna be not like absolute
Thought it would
nonsense
remove
units.
more stats
Yeah, I
than
know.
that. Oh,
Storm
well.
Spirits with 48 movement are something that normally you expect to get out of a tier 5 tome. Fortunately, this one doesn't come with 30% extra damage, so good. But oh boy, it's still really good.
Yes, me
I
lord.
think I'm gonna need 2 turns in order to get my plan online, and then I can fight whoever.
More
Probably
work.
gonna be Godsend.
Righto.
What if we don't want to allow you to have 2 turns?
Well, I mean, if you don't
I
want to
mean,
allow
I
me to
don't-
get that up, that's
Personally,
the
I
thing.
think that
Like, I'll fight you in the water.
No. Like, I think we should encourage people to bring whatever tools they can on a timetable that makes sense for the players, not to just be like, all right, well, I can attack you this turn, therefore I will, because we want to send this save file off in style.
I can defend without it, but my caveat would be I'm defending in water where I do 20% extra damage. So, I mean,
So the cold damage.
what?
Huh?
I didn't quite catch that. I do put just 20% because I'm seafaring. Just like, I don't know if that's
right.
gonna be great for you.
Don't you take more damage too?
You're embarked. Well, anybody who's embarked will have -2 armor and 2 resistance, I think. So everybody will die quicker.
Is that
But,
only in combat?
No,
Or is it
it's-
outside of combat as
yeah,
well?
outside as well, I think.
Oh no. It's just gonna hit me with a million spells. Oh no. Actually have, I think, the tools to deal with that, so it's fine. Haha. He's doing it. Oh no! Do you? Oh no, this is it.
It's so ridiculous. What the?
I don't think you can survive that. Like, even if you remove those, that's so much damage just on your own
3
units.
turns.
I should have
Oh.
helped Gracie.
Oh.
Wait,
Maybe.
Gracie, do you not have a cleanse at all?
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Arthas doesn't need to heal.
Yeah, what are you talking about? These are throwaways. They just come back as skeletons. It's fine.
Uh-oh. I didn't see that either. Yes, maybe a little help would have gone a long way.
Actually, this game doesn't allow for battles involving.
Multiple sides. No, but you could have cast a strategic layer damage spell on one of my stacks that Gracian hadn't hit.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was getting at the fact that that actually is like that's probably something that they should look to try and enable in the future. Although it would cause a slew of problems, I'm sure.
Right, if you
Yeah.
wanted to, you're just like, you're observing through the magic ball, and you're just throwing down your spells across the universe.
Well, even just having armies from 3 different
Yeah, he was talking about
actions present in a fight.
three different
Oh, right,
three
right.
different sides in a fight. Yeah, spawn in a triangle. That's
Unless
easy to
unless
do
you
with
had,
hexes.
like a Hobbit battle. Yeah,
That
I
would-
think that's something that could be introduced, but it'd be difficult probably for them to justify it for a single player game.
Baddock mod, please.
Yeah,
It's
if it's
probably a
moddable, then that's probably the
limitation.
smart way to do it.
Like, I don't know how much the engine can handle outside of what we can see on the board here, because it does hit a limit for units when you're summoning. I think it was like 60 or something units that we saw. I believe it was actually like 63 or 64. It's right around that, whatever it is. 2 to power. 2 to the 8th power, I think, gives you 64. Anywho, I think if you had 3 stacks of 18, then you wouldn't be able to summon in as many before hitting that limit, and maybe causing issues on your computer.
I mean, you guys have observed the
2 to the
summon
6th.
unit stack limit, right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that map can only handle like 63 units or 64 or something close to that.
That's probably a thing then too. I have not observed that yet. I mean, I've been playing summoners a lot since they came out, but I haven't hit that limit yet.
It's
I first saw it
difficult to
with
do in single player,
vines. Yeah.
but with 2 players on vines, it's very easy to accomplish.
I don't know if it's like so optimal that you'll see it in realistic situations enough, but like we definitely had it come up
Yeah, you
once
can
where we
test
both
it
were on vines
easily.
and we both wanted to use vines. It's like, whoa, wait, oh no.
Yep.
What have I done to myself?
Alright, Gracie, how many AoE things do you have?
60.
Don't lie to me. Damn it. 60 every time.
No, I'm not gonna Nemki Warcrime you.
Oh man, I need mana. How am I gonna get more mana?
Just become my friend. I'll give you mana.
Oh yeah, I'll do that. Gracian Alliance. Secret Alliance.
Secret Alliance, tell no one.
I'm here to save you.
I was gonna offer Gracing Alliance.
Uh-oh.
Secret double
I was
alliance.
gonna offer Gracie an alliance.
This is a free-for-all where there are 2 teams.
Yes. I mean, that kind of is, if we do a Diplomacy On game, that is kind of what people should expect, is that invariably teams do emerge, but I don't even see that as a problem.
No,
It was, the last one we did was really, really long, but it was a lot of fun.
that what you're talking about right there is literally why I was saying Solium Inferno would be fun. Like everything in
Yeah.
that game is secret from everyone else, except you
Oh,
can
cool.
send messages in game to each other.
Yeah.
And you basically are trying to manipulate everyone or form secret alliances and what have you.
Yes.
It's very cool.
No!
Well, at least slowed is sometimes more useful because it takes away the retaliation, and which can be nice, you know.
Yeah, Slowed is actually a very powerful fail case, and one of the reasons that, like, Frost is just generically good.
I saw that ice spider and I was like, he can do it now. But yeah.
And then he didn't.
But Walker has to have some cleanses, right?
I
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have already
Gross.
seen it that I'm on alchemy because I've already used it to cleanse the infecting.
I can see on your hero too here.
Yeah. So fortunately, if those guys had gotten frozen, I could have cleansed them. I might still have to do that anyway because Gracian's right. Slowed is a very powerful fail effect. What? What is this? Everyone's standing next to each other defending? Good.
I mean, it's feudal, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I have the signet researched.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm totally not using basic units with no enchantments.
Gracian.
Yeah, he's gonna. Well, he wanted to show off the power of skeletons.
Yeah, I just did it too early before I had any enchantments at all, like an idiot.
You could have been showing up at his capital right now, like me, and
Yeah,
it might
that's
have worked better.
I mean,
And then I could have had time to take a banner that was like, I'd saved
Oh.
it intentionally until like turn 18, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get this banner, and I'm gonna have like 2 level 8 heroes, and then you
You did it.
I mean, is
did
it
it,
really
Gracie.
such a big deal to throw away a quarter of my skeletons in this battle?
I mean, really. But if you give me enough experience points to evolve one of my lesser storm spirits, I might actually send you a nice email.
You won't do that.
I won't do that. I don't know how to write emails.
Yeah, writing is for losers. Like book learning
No.
nerds.
I love writing. It's just writing like 12-page documents that go nowhere.
I'm a little worried for this next turn here.
It's okay. I've got 2 more players after me.
So, on another note, Winsler, you've been playing Druidic Terraformers with Summoners. How do you think that feels? Because that's one of the things that I've been trying to test with my different builds.
I like it in this map. It worked out pretty good, and I think on the first test that we did, I liked it even more because I had more access to leverage the storm elemental against Badox City. I think I took it out like turn 8 or something, just because I was able to get in the water and get over to it really quickly and clear a few things on the way. I think it was like the first or second thing I did once I actually got in the water was say I'm gonna go take that city out.
I feel like Druidic Terraformers is really complicated to get max value out of, though, because it's one of them that, like, you need to have good base incomes in your cities in order for percentage bonuses to matter, and then B, you kind of need terraforming access too, because you really do want to be able to set it down on a spot that gives you 2 bonuses at a minimum.
Yeah, so I've been considering it with cryo summoners. So I think it's like, because you have terraforming spells, multiples of them. You also are using elemental units. You should have access to at least 2 of the percentage bonuses. That's one of the reasons I was looking at it.
I think Druidic is pretty solid, but I generally use it on more things like High, where like your just base income in cities are going to be so much higher than they are in summoners. Like the being able to get good elementals is nice, but I think in order for it to work as a pick, you need to be getting good economy out of it too.
I think I've seen some people do some pretty good elemental builds right around God, of course you did. Of course you did. Right around the time of the new content dropping. It's just so distracted by that mind control.
Yeah, I thought Gray's Luck Shield was supposed to be active here.
Yeah, I think I might have activated it the wrong way or something.
Yeah. You're gonna win, right? Though.
No. You guys are
No?
gonna win.
The team is gonna win, right?
Do me a favor. Take out his hero. You can do that, right? No.
The Eldritch guy? I don't think so.
No, I think so. I think with that, those 2 insanities, that was it. That was that was it.
That was pretty big. 2 pieces, switch sides. One of them a tier 2 defender.
Here,
Okay.
I'll help offset that for you.
That was very nice of you. Actually, wait,
I
yeah.
do say that I think that ability is a little absurd. I think that one does need to be toned down. So I'm happy to eat a couple of turns for you. I think 2 turns on Insanity would be more fair.
Yes.
It's
1
whatever.
turn is probably good, but like that one, I think that's probably the worst part of Chaos Pulse, and I think we need to do something about it.
Yeah, we should do something about it.
Yeah.
Cody! Somebody rate Cody. He might actually be able to alter that pretty easily if he hasn't already. He may have, and I've already forgotten. I just interviewed him on his things and all the changes that were in it, like, what, a week ago?
Yeah, something like that. You should know that. I think it was your video.
I mean, we talked for 2 hours about something we could have talked about for easily 6, like, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of it was just like, oh, and then what's that, and what's this, and what's that. Oh no.
Okay, it's
I
taking
forget
him.
how dissonance works too. This is there's so many things in this mystic culture that I just don't know yet, and it's
Yeah.
been here for a while.
Potential is weird because like it's got all of the pieces that you need in order for something to just be like monstrously hideously broken, but it also has a lot of problems that I think do a good job of balancing that potential down.
Dissonance
right?
is more about, like, if I'm reading these things correctly, it's more about like a few big spells that impact the battlefield more, and Channelers is more like cast spells constantly, flinging spells left and right.
Well, Dissonance, it's more just like the, again, mechanical hostility to the way that the game plays out. If you're using Dissonance, then you're attacking people and then casting spells, which means that on the retaliation attacks, you're not going to have the extra damage output that you usually get.
Yeah,
right?
but you get the overcharge spell, and then the enemies take damage when they overcharge.
Yes, but because of the setup cost, it's actually like a lot more complicated to actually be able to set up Dissonance without losing units, or models rather. And so like the cost for setting up Dissonance is so high that I don't think it usually makes sense to run. as like the core. It's not what draws you to potential, right? What draws you to potential is the mid and late game scaling with infinite casting.
Infinite casting.
Does the other subcultures for Mystic have the same issues as summoners in terms of like things that don't really match up with other cultures, or the xenophobic problems where basically traits, for instance, champions don't have a baseline skill for summoners. It's not something that you can learn with Wizard Kings or Eldritch Sovereigns, and then you have things that only affect the culture units, not the racial units.
Right. No, that's one of the reasons why I think that largely summoning is best and only like really good on smaller maps or rush scenarios. Attunement's just so unbelievably good. It's even with them scaling back the way you can use Astral Echoes, it's still the best version.
Generation removed. What was that from? It was weird.
Interesting.
Is it just me, or does it feel like it would be usually much later in the game when we reach this point? I think it's because we didn't take an hour to start.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job of actually getting the fight going.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you guys had units anyways. I'm very happy with Grace in applying the pressure. Like it's a bold move, and I think it makes games more interesting when you take those bold moves.
I know I'm gonna lose. It's just that now Nurgle and the other two players are locked into this fight at the capital, and I'm just gonna go off and make my Frostmourne. That's all I want to do.
I'm gonna ask on this because I asked earlier. Is that generally the stance that you guys have? Like when I offered to help, and again, it was more for like entertainment and content and whatnot. But is that like a thing like we prefer just to make sure that the fights are more honorable or whatever, or is that something that, like in terms of diplomacy, that we can do?
When it comes to the true free-for-alls, like with diplomacy on, there I think that anything goes, right? In a full diplomacy on free-for-all, I personally think it's cool to sit a scout on top of a Bronze Ancient Wonder and then sell it to whoever comes along and asks for you to move and things like that. But in a non free for all, like this is zero diplomacy, right? We're just killing each other. There's not really any way for people to say, if you move this or cast that spell, I'll send you 150 gold. And so I think the options for doing real diplomacy on this one are intentionally limited.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yeah, I like that line of thought on it. For me, it was just kind of coming from the point of like it just doesn't, like if it happened to me, I like regardless of the setting, I wouldn't feel great about one player against two players. You know, like
in real diplomacy on free-for-all, I would be very happy if someone paid an opponent 300 mana in order to cast one Blizzard, right?
Yeah, I think it's like arguable in both directions enough for me that I'm not like too bothered one way or another. But like, yeah, my general thought is I like when things are fair. You know, because like at the end of the day, I want people to have fun and I want to come back and stuff like that, and make it enjoyable to watch. Like, because if it's too one-sided, then I don't know.
Yeah, that is true. If it's I'm gonna gang up on someone who is already behind, then that's a little more annoying. But I don't think people are naturally gonna want to do that anyway.
Yeah.
I think it's more the idea, from my perspective, it's more something that you want to do when you're trying to take on a stronger opponent.
Yeah, exactly. I think personally, it's up to Winslaya because he's the one who's posting it on his Discord. But I would vote for on diplomacy off, no, just because one of the advantages is that it's fast. But on diplomacy on, I think it's fair.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's fair.
They all lost
now, what I'm curious about is you haven't lost a unit, right?
That
No, he hasn't lost
is
any yet.
currently true. That is currently true. But one of my spell shields is almost dead. One of them is almost certainly.
Again, it doesn't matter. If they're all buttered up, then you guys can kill them all.
Alright, and I think we need to consider if me and Godson are fighting, or if Godson, you should just attack Walker.
Well, I mean, that's kind of why I was asking how we felt about diplomacy in the future, because I definitely feel like, from my perspective, it would have been beneficial for me if Gracian performed better here.
Yeah. Fair.
Oh man, what are you guys all gonna do?
Well, I don't think Walker's quite in a position to fight again this turn, but if he heals up next turn, he might be able to take on Godsend. But I don't know if he has the energy and willpower to do that. So I could also be willing.
I could do a second fight. I need to make sure yeah, we'll see how many units I have. I think I could do a second fight.
Yeah, right.
He also has
If
a fair bit
turns.
of temporary hit points in this battle too on his side. So remember that his army's gonna look kind of half health-ish after this.
But 2 turns is probably enough to top off most of these. I'm not at full health, by the way. Like I was clearing stuff on my way over, so my hero's like actually kind of close to half health.
Yeah, I we'll see. I think we can definitely get a second fight of some combination of people, and I'm happy to be a part of that if I don't lose too much more in these next couple of turns.
Yeah. You're not gonna lose any units. You're fine.
That is possible.
I can see the frozen effect when I zoom in, but when I zoom out, it's like, oh, what's frozen?
There's a whole lot of blue on the battlefield.
Right?
Yeah,
Blue?
a lot of things are blue.
You guys
'cause they're either
colorblind?
frozen or- what? Red green?
No,
Red-
it's
red,
yellow
green?
blue for us. It's yellow blue with a bunch of elementals that are also blue.
Yeah. That's the secret problem.
Even your spears have blue on the end of them.
Yeah. It's arc weapons, I think.
Yeah. Lightning blades. You know, I only met Walker's faction recently. Let's see, what are you playing?
If I can, this isn't gonna last long enough. These games never last long enough. But can you imagine if I got to Knights and Tyrant Knights? That would be
Golly,
so
yeah,
cool
okay.
with that sweet
So you can
shock
run
unit
away.
buff that we got. And by the way,
Oh,
they,
and
I don't
Walter,
think
at some point I need to sit down and have a chat about what cube is.
Oh, absolutely. We should honestly, if any of you are interested in doing cubes sometime next week between Monday and Thursday, then we will have that conversation.
How
But
are
it's
you doing cube? Like, what are you on
Oh,
Arena
so-
or like how are you like tabletop simulator? What? How are you cubing?
Yeah, this is
Right.
part of
So
what I'm curious about.
that is part of the problem, is that the options for cubing online are pretty limited because Wizards is still not like cool. But basically, if you draft on Draftmancer or on Cube Cobra, then you can just export the decks to either MTGO, not Arena. Unfortunately, Arena is awful
Okay.
for cubing. Either MTGO if people are willing to pay $5 to trade cards around and have a UI that plays the game for you, or on Tabletop Simulator, or on Cockatrice, which is entirely free. You do not even have to have access to Tabletop Simulator for Cockatrice, so that's mostly what we've been playing on.
Oh, I didn't get a chance to tell you guys this because I haven't seen you since then. But I went to Gen Con and I actually went to the Bloomborough talk. So they had the developers, the lead designers and artists for Bloomborough, They talked about their process for creating the set from start to finish, for concept art, how they narrowed down which creatures were which colors they were, etc. It was really cool, and I'm gonna have to get some cards because it was incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Also got a selfie with Jeremy Crawford, and I went to a couple D&D talks. It was really awesome. I'll put it into chat.
Have you seen any of Bloomburrow yet? Like, have you played it?
No, I haven't, but I saw all the behind-the-scenes stuff, and now I really want to.
It's a fun set. It's very like Portal-esque in that it's like pretty intentionally designed to be easy to understand. But I think they did a very good job with that. I think it plays well, and they should be pretty happy with what they put down.
Yeah, I just like the cuteness of it, and like it was such a cool talk. Like they even talked about like the anthropomorphization of the animals, and they had like concept art where they had like various anthro versions of the creatures, from just the creature to like essentially a human with like a few animal features and like everything in between. They're like, where do we want to go with this? And then they had like this master list of like 20 animals they wanted to have in, and they're like, no, we have to narrow this down to only like, I think it's like 8 or 10 animals. And they're like, what animals are going to be in? They had like raccoons here, and then they moved them to a different color. And they had like, apparently one of the lead designers, her favorite animal is otters, or I think it was otters. And so they were like, we have to have otters in the set or we'll be fired. So they had to like move some stuff around and find a place for the otters. It's so funny to me.
It's a really unfortunate though, if true, because the otters are, in limited at least, like one of the worst decks,
oh, that's sad.
what it looks like right now on 17 lands data.
An inside joke then.
Yeah, it does still have some fun stuff going on, but like, is it spells matter? Is so to speak more broadly about what Cube is, Godsend. It's just a curated format that allows you to play limited Magic, where you just do drafting without having to open packs. So it lets you play limited Magic an infinite number of times without paying $15 every time.
You're making your own set.
Yeah,
So
basically
essentially-
make your own set. Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
This is a rough fight, man.
This was, I think Goracian was right to siege my capital down because it did a lot of economic damage, but I don't think he had the military to
No,
win
and
it.
I'll be perfectly honest, I'm not lying here. The only reason I didn't retreat when you got all your units together was because everyone else came here too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
You want the honorable thing to do.
Yeah, I was like,
the
well,
right thing to do
I'll
is to
just,
set up this
if we're
way.
going to have everybody here, then I'm just going to try. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
I think my empire is a little more sprawling than yours, so I kind of was a little surprised you were able to get all that many units into one place so quickly, because I had been working on it for a bit. Like, I had already planned to attack you last session.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, wow, he's got everything right here. Like, you've got a city that's like 2 provinces from your capital. I was like, oh my god, it's so close.
Yeah. My starting island on the last, like, the first time we rolled this was a lot better than this one, but at least, like, the locations were pretty easy to move around in because of terrain.
Yeah, mine's okay. Actually, I like mine this time, but I think I really like the one I had the last one, but I'm starting to not be able to remember what it even was at this point. I like all these wonders on their own islands off on the distance. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't do anything with them.
You just have to settle on the coast and expand out.
You guys had me looking at the Bloomburrow set again. I'm planning on buying commander decks for myself and for my wife, so try and get her.
When
into
did
the
it
game.
come out?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bloomburrow?
I think Bloomburrow itself is out, but I haven't seen the
Bloomburrow's
commander
super
decks
new.
on the shelves yet.
Looks like it came out. When was this post? I can't see when they made this post. It just says Bloomburrow's out now, but I wanted to see the date on it, but that's okay. Let's see. Let's see here.
You will not live.
Release date, August 2nd. Oh, the day of the talk that I went to. Okay, that's cool that they did that.
Is it kind of Eldritchy? Is this that thing I heard about that was like, oh, it's interesting.
No,
Maybe
it's
Wonder 4 is doing Eldritch at the same time as something else.
Are you talking about Bloomborough?
I think it may have
Bloomberg
been.
is like
No,
Red
it's
Wall,
their
kind of.
coziest set, is what they call it. That's the talk. Was inside Bloomborough, MTG's coziest set, and it's like Animalkin. Like think of the Builders or Redwall, those kind of things. Like those like little like mice with little shields and swords, and birds with staves, and raccoons with clubs and stuff. And they're like. And so they tried to fit the theme of the animals to each of their colors or color combinations. So like rabbits are green and white, I think, and like mice are like white and red. They're like the heroes. It's really cool how they did it.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Yeah, the birds are like blue and white, like flying and lightning. They harness or maybe it was the frogs. The frogs are blue and something. They like harness lightning. It's super cool.
No mercy.
I gotta get the experience points.
It's true. I think if they retreat now, that you get the experience points.
As long as he saves his hero, I think he's. I mean, that's all he's really gonna be able to do.
Come on, dice rolls. Gracie's saving up his good luck for another fight.
Saving up my good luck for when the other two players kill you.
Oh, when you said you didn't want to retreat because we were there, were you worried that we were going to cut you off? And
No, I wanted to see if I can inflict some damage at least, and then I was hoping you guys would take advantage. But it doesn't matter at this point who fights who, because everybody's in one place.
Yeah, right.
I think the obvious answer is everyone's going to want to go after Walker, otherwise he's going to be.
Mission accomplished.
Good.
Oh my god.
Sounds like I've proven that feudal skeletons are strong.
Yeah.
No, he didn't
Congrats.
live. Dang it.
As fun.
Ah,
I've got stuff to do,
No.
Arthas.
this guy has 3 HP. That's tragic.
Well, you better attack them before they heal.
Yeah, right. How quickly does he heal?
Oh, I
Does that
didn't.
have
I didn't lift the
it
siege.
has
I could have gotten all my
3
money
things on the
back.
walls.
Oh, that
yeah,
sucks.
Ghost siege. Can't get out of the. I need another 2 turns before I can get out of the water properly.
I need next turn, but I'm.
Can't you continue the siege from near where the 2 units are? Like it looks to me like your hero could move next to and continue the siege,
I
just
have
so
no
we don't
movement
lose.
points left.
Not true. You have 14 on this one guy.
Oh, I possibly could, but I do have more coming.
I was just thinking we don't want to drop the siege here, right? That allows him to get more income.
I am not sending two groups when I have
2
3.
units when he's 3.
Yeah.
All right, sure. Yeah, you're fine. I mean, I could continue it.
Then continue it. Be my guest.
If you want to attack into a mass rejuvenation that I've already shown you, I will probably happily attack.
Look at them fighting each other now.
I mean, I did already
I
contribute.
said
a little
3 in, I'll probably run. But
I lost
send 2
everything,
and I'll
but they
probably
now
attack
they're
again
all
this
killing
turn.
each other.
No, I
over here.
have 3 stacks. I have a
safe.
6, a 5, and a 5. They're not full health. None of them's over 500 strength.
Yes, that is complicated.
Yeah, like you could probably actually beat me.
I did
Which I
already-
don't want to do right now. I will wait. No, I thought you did not actually have reinforcement range on that 3rd stack.
No.
Alright, well then I guess he can take a turn to be
Not
like
if I
that.
siege, I don't have reinforcement range. If he comes
Right.
after me, yeah, you see that.
Alright, I don't want to waste my spent mana, and right now I've spent 50, and gosh, I don't want to lose out on this. Alright, we're just passing a turn, it looks like, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just picking up because I had research that I got for free off of that fight.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm doing enough economy stuff, and actually, yeah, I had heroes to pick that
we have
I
anything?
don't really like the options of.
Ah, I can spend this to get 1,000 mana next turn. I'll have plenty of mana. I'm gonna be swimming in mana. Well, if that's the case, start prepping this thing. Oh, I can't because I don't have the mana this turn. No! Alright. End my turn then, I think. And it gives me 5 more HP. I get to heal up a tiny passive amount. Isn't that extraordinary?
Oh, do you also have a horn?
No, but I'm in neutral territory. I wish I had a horn. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh, did you fail the escape check? Oh no, you didn't. That's just Baddock's hero. Never mind.
Why do you have a level up that I'm not aware of? Let's make sure I use this. Yeah, none of these are good. Well, isn't that fun? Oh, there's something in the water that's coming to say hi to me. Hello.
It's a bit close. Maybe I should wait for this guy. I don't want to wait though. I think I'm gonna take the chance.
Yeah.
Come on. Yes.
So
Perfect.
I guess the question then is who would like to fight next? And what turn?
So now I can make.
I'm
That was
potentially open
fun.
to even fighting this turn if you're desperate to get it done.
Okay, here we go. Perfect.
Wait a minute. What happened there? Oh, I clicked the thing, but it didn't go through. Oh, I thought I wasted all my... Oh, guys. Can we revert quickly?
Yeah,
Yeah, because
we just started.
Yeah, what happened?
what happened is I clicked a button, it didn't spend my Imperium, but it got rid of the ability to get 1,000 mana.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Yeah.
So that'd be neat if you could.
that would be really
Host would be
annoying.
Gracian?
I
Okay.
think- I thought it was. Oh yeah, you're right. It is Gracian.
Grayson, do you mind just...
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Just somebody else is doing something at the same time, so it had an issue. I'll be more patient this time. Because I was going to use that mana.
I imagine you were. That's a really good one.
It's not bad, yeah. Especially if you've been using all of your mana the entire game. Like,
Okay, so now I can. Okay, so I've got one turn
All
until I
right.
get my outpost, and then I'll have the
I'm
Archon
clicking
Blood,
you
and then
now.
2 turns till the
There, I
item
got it
forge, and I
this
can
time.
make Frostmourne and succeed
It would
in
be if
life.
someone was doing something else at the same time. I don't know. I'm just guessing at that point what the various bugs are.
yeah.
We may
I
never
think
know.
it was. Alright.
Alright, so then the query goes out. Who wants to fight next and when?
I need a turn.
You need a turn?
I need a turn.
So I need
Yeah.
a Forester. I'm never gonna have a Forester.
I can't get
What about
all
you,
my guys
Godson?
out of the water this turn anyways, and there's
I mean,
another
there's
thing I'm
nowhere
waiting
to-
on.
God. Well, this is a
I mean, you've got.
also a magic
Looks
material.
like Godsend. You've got your full 3 there, right?
I should try to get that
I should be able to see you at this point.
cleared out. Actually,
Do you want to just fight in that quarry west of my capital?
do I have anything boosted?
I think I can do it this turn. I just
Or
need
do
to put
commons?
my stacks together in the right order.
This has a mine and a
Why
production.
are you suggesting?
Let's grab that
quarry?
one, research post, and then I'll come clear it
Because
out
it's closer to you.
with some units. I think.
Do you have a frost thing that I don't know about?
Can't really afford any
Oh,
units right now. I'm just waiting.
that would be extraordinary if I was that far along.
Start casting things when Arthas gets back.
If you're a cop, you have to tell me.
That's a law.
I don't have anything of that sort, but I'm seeing what else I can do real quick. I do have
Demonic
Blizzard.
Oh yeah, Lord of something. I mean, mana would be decent just because I've got so many.
Alright, I think I'm in good shape here. Actually, wait 1 second. Let me take this spell shield out. This thing is way too damaged to get in this.
Production. Let me go look at that city. The governor of this one, right? Menethil Harbor. We've got pretty good food income because of this. So
And I
maybe
definitely
production
should
would
take
be
an
good.
experienced leader and just like.
Let's do production.
That
I
would be
didn't
pretty
though. I didn't want to
uh,
reset and then it's lazy.
Yeah.
I have wild goat angel skeletons.
Legit. Alright, you ready for casting Godsend?
Not quite. Give me a second.
Good for 163 HP Phantasm Warriors over here.
I've picked up
boy.
several angelized skeletons this turn, which
Nice.
is really funny. So I've got goat angel skeletons working for Arthas.
As
How
intended.
Does he have 163 HP Phantasm Warriors?
Me?
Wait, 163?
That seems bugged.
Hold up, what?
You can't do that. Wait,
Because it's elite rank, so it's 3 base plus 60. It might have gotten bugged because because they changed the base HP for Phantasm Warriors, right? They subtracted 10. But like, this is not correct. I
One,
don't see
two,
how
three,
that's
4, 5. So you get 50 HP just from ranking up right here, right?
right. But they're
If
supposed
you're
to be base.
oh,
so
they're
base
elite.
60.
They're not even. They're
They're
yeah.
not even.
You're at plus
There's-
30.
This
The base
need to
HP
show
might have been
us-
where it started, and I do have Hardy as one of the.
yeah. So
traits.
base HP now is 60, or at least it's supposed to be as of the 1.3.
I don't think it would have updated because we started the game before that. I don't think the HP
No,
would
it,
have updated.
it does.
yeah, the best you could have is
updates it in-game.
118
It might have
health.
just updated it. It might have updated it bugged, because like it does update it in patch because they pushed out the 1.3, and I think
Yeah.
this might be why they want people to start a new one because this is definitely not.
It
correct,
must
right?
be, yeah, because 118 should be your maximum with your traits, and even if you had like
With your
draconic
traits.
transformation, we'd still be looking at like 12 extra health. Like that's no way. It's like
I need
he's
to-
got
I
like
wanna-
There's something wrong.
he's got like
there.
40 more health than should be even maximally possible.
I know
Yeah.
Cody's talked about this recently. You could go figure out what he said about Phantasm Warriors and their HP and their limits, but that does seem like a touch.
They
higher.
tried to nerf Phantasm
that's
Warriors.
bugged.
They've
That's-
only made
that-
them
there's
stronger.
No way that's not bugged, but that's okay. There's only 4 of them here.
I can't wait for them to patch it to fix it, and they go up to like 250 health.
Yeah, there's 4.
Like,
of
we're
them
sorry,
here.
guys.
I'm
Just
willing
we
to still
can't
fight
do
this.
anything.
Godson, you can you got this.
Well, alright, I casted the Blizzard.
Let me see.
The
All
thing
right,
is,
well,
if
given that
they're
these are
frozen, they can't
140
do
HP,
anything.
I do have to hit them with this. Oh, you moved the stack around?
I didn't move anything.
No,
Oh, I just missed.
You just missed.
I just missed. All right, whatever. This is fine.
That's what they all
Who
say.
is higher? Oh, you're higher. You have to attack. I did that on
Ooh.
purpose so that you would have to be on the attack. Ah.
This is brilliant.
Yep. They'll never see it coming.
Wait, is this actually 15 against 12? 15,000? Or
I
1,500
Oh,
against
wait a
12?
second. Why is it?
They're
Oh,
gonna
it's because
pull
the
them.
stack is inside. 1 second. It wasn't reinforcing out because it was inside the city. That should be enough. Yeah, that's good.
You guys have moved to the edge of my vision. I can see the 6 stack with Leander, the Bolt, and the Mystic Projection, and that's it. Everything else is now in Fog of War.
Yeah.
It's unknown, and yet known.
I mean, regardless, I just looking at the hero levels, I did not
Ooh.
keep up with you guys, so
Fun map.
I'll do better the next time. Regardless of how this ends.
You know, part of me wants us to do an auto at the end of this.
You know, we play enough, I will accidentally do it. I can guarantee you.
here's hecka beat up, and he'll probably get himself killed really quickly in the combat. I think I gave him a really dumb ability, but at the same time, it might be good if I can use it the right time. And I reset, out of all the guys I reset, I think I reset him earlier, so I can't reset him now easily.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
All right, Windslayer. Regardless of how this ends, can you be persuaded to go after Walker and not me?
Yeah.
I don't think you have to persuade him. I think that was his plan all along.
I mean, yeah, I was going to try and attack into Walker, but I will take whatever fight is, I think, like whoever wins here.
Left over to you, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you feel like if both forces are so depleted that it doesn't make sense for me to attack, like, we could save it for another day. I know Walker's going away.
I'm not leaving until I think Friday night. At this point, so if there's any time during the week and we want to have another fight and we don't have time to do a third today, then I'm potentially open to that.
Yeah, because this will take a minute, I'm sure. And I'm looking at the time, thinking, you know, it's only been
I would love
2 hours
to do a third
ish.
fight,
Yeah,
but we'll see how long it takes. Yeah.
Exactly. So a part of me is like, let's just auto it. We can do it. We can do it.
I still think a fun one-off thing would be an auto-only game. But I might be the only person who's genuinely interested in that.
Yeah, I know. We it's like you and me are like, that just sounds so fun.
It would be fun. It would be fun. It's dumb, but it would be fun.
Take it seriously, but it would be a good exercise in, like, you know, learning what things work in auto.
Yeah. Exactly.
And then seeing how badly the AI flubs it at the end game. That's what I think most people would be upset about, is that they would have these fun tools and the AI would have no idea how to use them.
I think the reason, so even like the reason that auto resolving is so adversive to most of the player base is probably because even if you do get a handle on what units are good in auto and whatnot, something completely random can happen that you just didn't expect.
Yes. The AI can still misbehave grossly, even if you do your best to help it. It's just that, like, it rarely does it if you do your best to help it. And that's where I think a lot of people just, like, don't bother to watch enough auto resolves. They see a bad result and immediately click retry, and that's okay. It's just that you won't learn how to prevent that problem from emerging next time. And that's why I think that most people should stop doing that if they have the time to actually watch the fight, so that way you learn, you know, what's going wrong here. Because you do occasionally watch a fight and you'll just, like, see a hero run off into the distance and then die to, like, 6 units, and then there's, like, nothing you can learn from that. But I would say, like, 90% of the time when your auto resolve is misbehaving, it's something that you can actually affect back end.
So I don't know if you remember, like, when we first started this match, I said, like, there was something in my autos that completely unexpected happened, and you went, uh-oh, I know what that means. What had happened there is I lost my starting support unit.
Oh no.
Yeah,
like, in the
really
first
rough.
combat.
In the first combat? What was he doing?
Well, anytime you watch those fights, like, there's a non-zero chance that the AI just decided to use the support unit as an attacker. And if you know anything about, like, the ranged AI, that means that the support unit probably got, like, 2 squares away from a shock unit, shot it once, and then got beaten to death. Because that's like the way that those fights usually go. And it makes it, like, using and leveling your support unit in the beginning of the game is actually pretty complicated. I think there are some builds where it makes sense to not bring your support unit into your very first fight, because there's nothing for them to heal. And like one of the best things about the support unit is their ability to target things to heal, even under auto resolve situations, because AI loves using healings. And so depending on what your first fight is like, I think you can definitely justify not bringing support there. And then that gives you the opportunity for your hero to get to level 2. And having a level 2 ruler running around means that, you know, the threat to your support is naturally going to be a little bit lower, because you're just going to have a better army overall with a level 2 hero running around.
It's actually a valid. I usually sit a unit out to try and get my hero to level 2, but I don't usually sit out the support unit on account of wanting the support unit to get experience. But it's
yes.
I didn't even consider the fact that, like, just because without wounded units, the auto resolve is going to behave in
like
a
I think with
way.
stronger factions like Industrious and Barbarians and whatnot, that you really should not try to do fancy play like that, and you should bring your support unit. But with builds that have worse auto resolves early, then I think you actually have to be more complicated and thinking more about what your auto resolves look like. Like I did practice a little bit with Dark, and I kind of feel like Dark might be a 5-unit auto resolve faction now, because you just lose way too much in it trying to bring fours into like resource nodes because of how crazy fragile Dark Warriors are. But because all of the like tier 1 and tier 2 units actually hold experience points better, you don't lose as much from bringing a 5th. So it's complicated.
Yeah, Dark is really weird like that. Like I played a lot of Dark early on, and I found myself liking like social society traits like Ritual Cannibals, just because then the throwaway units would actually turn into something useful. But Dark is their auto
resolves are just miserable, but you can do a little bit to fix them up. And that is one of the things that you can do is bring extra units into fights that you wouldn't normally.
I can't wait to see those Chaos Pulse. It's coming.
Wait, does he have the teleport?
He does.
Oh.
Range 6. Level 8. Oh no, he's level 8.
Yeah.
Oh no.
One of the downsides of Gracian going first. See, I should have blizzarded.
Yeah, right. Oh
It
no.
might have been pretty good. It might have been pretty good.
Walker, no.
What do you want from me? What do you want from me? I'm fighting against 150 HP like Phantasm Warriors. I think this is fair.
You're right, it is fair. But also, you've got the tomes.
I did it.
Need to look at what tomes you have, because eventually I'm probably having to fight this.
Oh, you know what? Might also be... No, that doesn't make sense. I do run support heroes, too. That might be contributing to the stats as well.
Yeah, support heroes... I mean, the thing is that Restore is amazing in manual combats, but it is very problematic in auto resolves. And I think it's one of those things where, like, generally I would only recommend it if you're bringing something that already has relatively good autos early on. Otherwise, I would just reset into it. It's not very costly unless your builds tomes assume that you have to do like a reset. Then like you just get one for free, right? You can just get to level 4, level 5, and then reset into support skills.
I don't have it yet. I know. I'm see Windslayer looking. I don't have it yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't have like the tools to actually boost your HP up with the levels and stuff here.
I do like support heroes in general, but I almost feel like they're necessary for Mystic Summoners, because you get 2 master support skills. And it's to keep evolved units like the evolved units alive and what have you. You're just kind of pushed into doing it.
The support skills are very good. It's just that Restore itself is very rough for auto resolves unless you're intentionally carrying some damaged units around for the AI to target, which, you know, you can just do that. Like that's a solution that does work. But you do have to kind of do that. Otherwise your auto resolves are going to be a mess.
Am I missing something? Where's your Chaos Pulse?
I'm not cast pulsing this turn. I don't need it.
It's on the scroll bars. Like it's just not here. Did you reset out of Chaos Pulse?
Yeah. Now I reset out of Chaos Pulse. They'll never see it.
Oh my god.
after telling people how bad all the other ones are, I'm gonna trick them all.
Yeah. That'll work. No one will see it coming. Well, I'll have anti-chaos pulse builds. You know, even though I lost everything, I was looking at your guys' overall strength, which I think 1500. Actually, I can see it.
Yeah, it was like basically the exact same numbers.
Yeah.
Although I think that was not assuming that my guys were damaged, and now some of them are healed. I don't know how much that's gonna impact that, or why it's not updating it.
I think I was able to get up to like the same numbers as you guys here, which is pretty neat. And like there are good recovery tools in this game.
There really are. Like, as long as your economy exists in some form because you've built out some cities, then bouncing back from losing a bunch of units, as long as you're still doing research, doesn't matter, right? Like, you're gonna get better units pretty quickly.
Yeah. And I wish I had some tier 3 shock units right now. It'd be pretty neat. To be able to just teleport them in and not get shot. And then just get killed by a bunch of spears, because like they're everywhere. Like literally.
Yeah. At least they take
Everyone.
20% less damage, which means spearmen are only 20% more effective. Got him.
The damage adds up.
Yeah, no, of course. Of course. At least tier 3 shocks usually have a lot of defense, so, you know, it might... This is their time. This is their time.
Right.
It's not like there aren't a bunch of book-learning nerds in the back slinging fake arrows made out of energy.
Yeah.
Alright, so if they're the nerds, who are the jocks? Is that barbarian?
Me. I'm the jock. Arthas.
Oh.
I'm the Chad.
100%.
I am your alpha. These book-learned nerds are my betas.
So it did cross my mind, and I think this is actually going to be a really fun experimentation just for myself for YouTube. That the one stream where we did get demonetized was also, and I don't care if we get this one here too. It was the one where we discussed the Lindsay Ellis video with the
Alpha Omega verse. Yeah, okay.
Alpha Omega verse. It was literally that video.
Interesting. What the heck?
There's a non-zero chance that they have some kind of filter and they found it.
Is this for science?
How dare they
it's for
discriminate against
science.
white middle-aged women?
I mean, like, if that's what they're doing, if they're like going through and saying this person talked about this video on YouTube because it got remonetized later. It got remonetized like a week and a half later. And that sounds like either somebody was submitting a false report or that like the AI just like picked up on something weird. But like, given the behaviors of that publishing house towards Lindsay and everything else, is it possible?
Strange.
Am I crazy?
Those things can be independent.
They can be independent. Both of those things can be true, Walker.
Oh, is he gonna get it?
No, don't do this to me. Get out of here with your Staff of Frost. I swear to God.
You're the only one that's allowed to stun things, huh?
Yeah. I call dibs.
Oh man, this is good, Chaos Pulse. Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
there's,
scared.
Clumps here. There's some good stuff going to town on.
Oh, so close.
Yeah, this is probably bad on me.
Well, it's how you learn sometimes. How you. But maybe you'll get healed. You never know what Chaos Pulse will do. But I'm
it's
guaranteeing
chaos.
at least one of them will be insane. Just because like
There's too many
they're
units there.
yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna hit something, probably, almost certainly.
Oh, you
I
should have
think the
saved that one.
question for me is, do I want to hit the this tier 3 snow spirit because that only gives me 5 units, or
Uh-huh.
do I want to hit the 6 because of all those tier 1s? Because if it hit, the thing is that if it hits his arcane guard, that is like right behind the snow spirit, it's already
Yeah.
dealing 33 damage with a triple melee strike. So I guess it doesn't really matter if I hit 5 or 6 because I think they're in good positions to get blasted anyway. Right.
Time to misclick. Come on. It's time.
No.
Yes, press Alt.
My hope was obviously to try and push the Frost Spirit right next to the Eldritch Sovereign so you couldn't Chaos Bolts, but
Oh, none of them are insane. You did it.
Nope, none
Oh
of them
my
are insane, but
God.
The electrified triggers at the end of the turn,
Yeah.
dude. That was a grand. No, you did it. Godsend. You were saying something. You were hoping
Hey,
for something.
he's a
and it worked,
godsend.
right?
turned my Frost Spirit into a spider.
Oh, wait,
yes.
never mind. That
And
is
the
bad.
spider is gonna, yeah, that exactly. Like I got the tier 3.
Whoa. I mean, I'd take that over a few insanities to be fair. If that unit's dead, at least he's not hurting you.
In the long term, sure, because I can replace Frost Spirits easy enough, but I kind of needed that for this fight.
Yeah. Did you? Yeah, you used his jump forward at least, so he got that off. Unfortunately, no frost. I saw that made me sad. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You avoided the insanity.
My hope was to jump it onto the Eldritch Sovereign so that way, but I wasn't close enough. Was so that way he at least had to phase in order to Chaos Pulse. But
The spider's a different color for me. I don't know about the other spectator, but it's like the blue and greenish or yellowish or whatever color that is, and then the spider I think is red. I could be wrong. I'm also colorblind.
Trying
that
to
stuff
steal
doesn't
this
wear off,
spider
does it?
now.
Vampire should be red. It's a vampire.
No, I mean the banner. The banner.
Oh, it's red to me.
Yeah, and the rest of them I don't think are red. So I think it's its own color scheme.
There he is.
Could be wrong. Chat, tell me.
The transformations are permanent, correct? Like turning it
Nope.
into a random
It's
animal.
one. I gotta kill it this turn.
Yep.
Hey, is there any way to tell that it's been transformed other than like knowing what happened? Because I don't.
As far as I can tell, no.
No.
Because I, on multiple occasions, made that same mistake.
So
like, forgetting
confusing.
that it's actually
I'm like looking
it's not an
everywhere
animal,
for
it's
like
something
a
else,
something
yeah.
that would tell me
Weird.
it used to be something else.
It didn't tell me. I only knew when he started hitting it, and I'm like, where did that spider come from? And then I
Yep.
realized what it was.
And then you realize,
Do all spiders have this spider tag? I don't remember seeing this.
Yeah, I was
tag
just
on
looking
top.
at that too.
They
maybe
should
they're
do something with
maybe
it.
they're planning something.
That's interesting. Now I have to look at spiders in the in-game encyclopedia when we're done with this. Cause like I look it
Yeah.
up and
It's
the
gonna be-
database. It could be, yeah.
It's gonna be like Planetfall's Void Incursion, but instead it's just spiders.
Yes.
I'll just give up. Be like, no, I'd rather die, please. Hundreds
put
of
the bug
thousands
back
of
in where they
man-sized
do-
spiders coming through the portal.
They should make it so there's variants that do the double damage web.
Can you? Like,
Oh, I missed the good old days. Range 4 AoE double damage web. Oh.
Yeah.
that's good old days.
What if spiders just had like a morale, like damage morale aura?
Oh yeah, Fear Aura. Yeah. Honestly, the big one, the Matriarch should probably have that. The tier 4s. That would be a really funny little buff. It only affects non-spiders. That would be so fun.
Oh yeah. Oh. Of course you get the Frozens.
You're not the guy that cast the blizzard.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Though I do go back and forth between should I use athletics or hideous stench with this build, but I just can't.
Hideous Stench is too expensive at 3. At
Yeah.
2, it's much better. But at 3, it's just like damage skills generally are not where you want to be most of the time. Empowered by Magic is, I think, an exception. That one's really good, but like most of the time, you're not going to be on a lot of like big damage skills. And if you are, then just take Empowered by Magic. It's incredible how good that one is.
Oh no, it's more for reliability of frozen than damage.
Yeah.
But
If you're just getting -2 status resistance out of Hideous Stench, then it definitely does not justify itself.
Oh man, this is
Especially for like auto resolves early, it's just way too much.
And I like the idea of spell shields with -2 status resist, but it besides the point. Like athletics is just too good to pass up because
Athletics is
you
incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Yeah.
It affects auto resolves. It affects how much creeping you can do early on. It's just
The biggest
I can't go away.
downside, which is a real one, is the 3-point cost. But I think that one does justify itself pretty easily.
Oh my god, I love that you said creeping. That's so funny.
Yeah.
That's what I say. You don't call it creeping?
I kind of do. And like I would be playing like League with my friends and stuff, and I'd be talking about creeps and my creep score or whatever, and they'd be like, "What? What are you talking about?"
It just shows our age as gamers.
I mean, they're not like they're only like a tiny bit younger than me. It's just more like they just weren't in that scene at all, you know, which is
Right.
fine. It's just so it's just a yeah.
Why couldn't you have just forgotten about the spider?
I didn't forget about it. I was just trying to stack it up because dissonance is a weird one.
No, you had to kill some units.
Dissonance is such a weird ability. It's crazy.
Wins player will get this. This is another one of those times where I had something that I thought I should do. It felt bad. I didn't do it, and then I realized that I made a mistake. Do you recall
Yeah.
what I'm talking about?
Yeah. You wanted to mark what was it? It was a unit. But you
was
did
Frost
dragon.
No, I have a tendency to I jump my frost spirits in, and then I they're full
Yes.
health, and I'm like I shouldn't mark. It feels
Yeah,
bad,
you're
but I should mark.
No, yeah. That if you had it, actually, you're right. You should have done that. Wait, whoa, no. But wait, if he's invulnerable, he can still transform and then be vulnerable, probably.
But he
I don't
wouldn't
know how
have
that
died.
works.
I don't know.
Actually, if he's still invulnerable after transforming, would have been worth it.
Yeah, I think I don't know. That is tough because like how you approach that particular fight. If you're jumping it in that aggressively, I do think you mark it.
Yeah.
But you don't have to jump in that aggressively.
It's something that I always end up doing. I've just conceded that that's the way I play, and I should mark. It's almost
Yes,
always the correct
if you're
answer.
gonna do that, if you
Yeah.
know you're gonna do that, then I think you're right. Then marking there preemptively is definitely worth it.
My brain doing the math goes, it's not worth it. I'm full health. It's not enough value. But every time the correct answer is I should have marked.
Yeah, Mark of Invulnerability is a very, very powerful ability, and so just being able to leverage it is almost always good.
All right, so I think we've all decided that Walker's probably winning this, right?
I mean,
take him
probably,
out.
But honestly, I thought I was gonna beat Zombie yesterday, and then like I think really where it went wrong for me is that I watched it back and I missed a fortune buff on my dragon before using the tail swipe on his triple magma spirits, and I really messed it up there because that would have given me enough oomph to kill all of those magma spirits in that turn, and then he wouldn't have been able to just like obliterate my dragon with his with just base attacks off of
All right.
those the mighty meek slaughterers.
I just fucked. I messed up.
You attacked without strength. It's happened. It happened.
No, I
that
tried it.
happens.
No, I tried to cast Mark of Invulnerability, and it was static shield.
You cast static shield. Oh no.
Wait, oops.
Yeah. Whoops.
Okay, so they've got
That's not good.
the
That's not good.
No,
everyone-
that would have been a
yeah,
kill,
just
and
combat over.
Yeah.
Wait, what got the static
That
shield? This guy down here?
So you should be able to check combat logs for it.
the Phantasm Warrior, the one that's frozen. I was trying to dispel
yeah.
frozen so I could kill his spell shield.
That's
Yeah, it's
not
rough.
good. I'm sorry. I hate when that happens.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really a revert in combat. It's just the way it is. Static Shield is also one of those spells that just like is I would generally avoid researching it if you're playing with warding. Not because you can make misclicks, but because it's another one of those spells that like the auto resolve does not use.
It's worth more Esperantos.
Yeah, like if you're just researching it just to get through tomes really quickly, then that's fine. Like especially like later on into the game, because then you'll have these tier 1 things that still only cost like 250 research. You get through to your next thing faster. But like early on, Static Shield is generally worth just spending mana to avoid.
Yeah, I was so disappointed when I tried it the first time in this game.
Oh,
I'm like,
that's an
wait,
interesting
everyone just avoids hitting it.
They
Wait.
just don't hit you. Like the auto resolve AI even on the other side understands the buff and just won't touch your dude, and then it's just a spell that costs a bunch of casting points and doesn't do anything.
Oh, you got him. Yes.
Look at this big pile of meat all together in the middle here. You've even formed roughly the shape of a steak. Actually, you've formed roughly the shape of a fish. Anyway, if you want to hire me for my color commentary, just let me know. I'm available pretty much all the time.
I mean, you're here, aren't you?
Oh, is somebody paying me?
Gracian's a figment of our imagination collectively.
I knew
We
it.
willed him into being.
This makes
Congratulations,
sense.
everyone. Good
Yeah,
job.
I'm like the Slanesh god, except instead of effing me into existence, you goofed me into existence. Here I am.
Oh, no.
Are you streaming? Should I add
Gorge!
the thing?
Ooh, stop hitting me with your stuff.
Imagine being a tier 1 unit and each of the 3 models in your stack each has 50 health.
Oh, they're frozen. It's fine. Ah, yes. You didn't need to kill that unit all
versus
along.
the shield unit she told you not to worry about. Frozy. That's the bravest arcane guard I've ever seen. He's actively dying from electricity. He's just all by himself, stabbing a frozen man.
Yeah, I messed this up pretty bad.
You know, it's how these combats go sometimes. I felt pretty bad with my combat against Badak, but it's just like, he played really well, and he put me in a weird position.
Gotta reload.
Yeah, it just out of synced.
Alright, Walker, auto battle me.
Auto
In the water.
you. In the water.
I think one more turn, and then my enchantment is up. Then I could come out of the water if you wanted to fight on land.
But no, legitimately,
Yes.
Grayson, are you streaming?
Yes. Why?
Because I open these streams off to the side just so I'm present in the stream. Like, I'm not listening, but just so I'm present in everyone's streams while we're doing these games.
Yes. But wait, why do you ask if I'm streaming? Oh, you're not in
not
mine,
find
is
it?
what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, he wants to find your YouTube thing, I think.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I can link it.
Yeah, yeah, you can always do that in Age of Wonders 4 when you're doing stuff. I don't mind.
Well, I turned the sound off because otherwise it's cheating.
Yeah. No, I agree.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah, here, I'll put it in multiplayer. Yeah, I would definitely do that for you guys too. My internet rather does not like if I have too many things uploading and downloading at the same time.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessary for other people.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, but I can't do it because Discord sucks up enough of my internet as it is. Plus now I'm streaming and yeah, so it's what?
It's out of sync again.
Is
Is
it
it
though?
out of sync on every single attack?
This combat is stuck in the void. We have to start over.
Yeah, what's happening here?
Yeah. It just out of synced me again on my first attack with my Astral Wisp.
That's so
Let's see.
interesting.
It finally decided to calculate the HP of these Phantasm Warriors.
Oh god, if it did,
It's
gonna do that
every out of
single
sync. It
time.
lowers it by 10 until it fixes it.
No, it adds 100 every.
Only
every
6 more
sync.
out of syncs to go.
Oh man, what's gonna happen on this turn?
So, Nurgle, whose brain are you holding? Is that your own brain or like your?
No, it's one I found on the road. This is just like some weird
Oh,
relic that I
so it's
picked
like
up,
a
so I
possum's
don't-
brain.
Yeah, it's somebody's brain.
Okay,
Yeah.
like an enlarged possum brain.
That was
No
my
thoughts,
nickname in
only
high school.
trash.
That was 1000% my nickname in high school.
No thoughts, only brain, or possum brain, or
Yeah,
no thoughts,
Just
only
whatever.
trash.
It's
Okay, you don't
no thoughts,
remember.
only
Oh,
trash.
yeah, it's fine.
it does. Yeah, no thoughts, only trash.
Good name.
That's definitely Pico's nickname, like right now.
My nickname in high school was Maximus Decimus Meridius, commander of the Phoenix Legions of the North, father to a murdered son, husband to a murdered wife, and I will have my revenge.
Yeah. Good name.
Yeah, and then
You got through all that in one
Russell
sitting, huh?
Crowe stole it.
Yeah. Disrespectful.
You know, you have picked up 2 units. Or is it 1? No, I thought I saw 2.
Nah.
Thanks. Morale's never been so high.
No, I messed up in a pretty big way. It's
It ain't
all good.
over.
Like I said, I'm here to
You still
learn.
got power. You know, kill some stuff. Remember, he's at his capital. Every loss he takes is much more dramatic for him.
Adds 2 levels to the Eldritch Sovereign.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but eventually it'll just be
Awesome.
the Eldritch Sovereign and 50 billion pikemen. Stab him down.
Eventually, we'll get him. Just keep sending tier 1 units. If I remember correctly, you had like 4 or 5 spare units just floating around here anyways, so as long as it's
Yeah, I
just
got a
tier 1s you
couple,
lose.
and I haven't clicked right of the last stand yet,
Mm.
so I can get 6 more, like literally this turn, if I
Yeah.
need them.
There's only so many units you can attack with the positioning. I know it looks pretty grim, but I do think you can pick off a fair few more things before the match is done.
The fact
No,
that
I-
they're 150 HP Phantasm Warriors is gonna make them way more likely.
Well, they need morale still, right? Oh, they
They do,
have
if
lots
I
of
can-
morale though.
But they,
Ah!
exactly, he's playing
Summoner.
Summoners. Like, I'm not gonna morale route those guys. It's just impossible. I have to kill them, whether I want
see.
to or not.
Yeah, if I was gonna win this, I needed the Frost Spirit, but it's all like I can try and soften them up for you.
Yeah, use up his mana. I don't know how much mana he's got. He may have the 1,000. Actually, yeah, he probably
I got
yeah.
1,000. Yeah, so
No.
I have mana solved, but I mean, it'll be if he can kill enough of my dudes, then I will have just some low tier crap that I got out of rights, which is an 18th unit, but not a good one.
Oh yeah, kill off his tier 2 units if you can. You can't get that through that. Every
Yes, that
tier
is
2 you killed.
Your twos off of that. Yep.
So valuable.
Is it only the melee units that have dissonance?
No, it's the range ones too.
Kind of like a big part of their thing, right?
Yeah. It's just it's weird because like you have to do all of your attacks kind of like most of
Or
your
you
attacks
use
first,
spell. Yeah.
and then you blast them at like towards the end of your spell, which is another one of those things that's like just strange play patterns, but not incomprehensibly so.
Ooh. But why? Oh, that's why.
You did not get the frozen.
Good.
Wait, it won't let
Are
me
you in zone of
target
control?
units
You're in zone of
no,
control.
No, it's outside of a zone of control ability, so I can use it, but it won't let me target on my own hex, despite the fact that it doesn't say that. It's a 1 hex radius, heals 25 temporary HP, but like it literally won't let me target on the center hex, even when I'm
look
holding
at
down
that.
Alt.
I can
looks like
see that
just a
myself.
straight bug.
You're gonna get his hero, dude. You're gonna do it. This
It
is
just looks
good.
like a straight bug there. That's ludicrous, but whatever. It'll be fine.
Actually, wait. Are you gonna get the hero? Why is that so low damage? Hold up a minute. You're weak to lightning.
Oh, that's a lot of damage. Whoa, whoa,
That
whoa!
was
Stop!
fucking
What the
weird.
heck?
What did I just witness?
I just cast a
said it's-
spell when I was playing as potential.
Oh.
That's what you just saw.
Uh oh. Did it hit for how much damage? I need to look at this.
Oh, a little too much.
A lot. Some amount over 0.
I see 23 on this Phantasmar. Did it hit it once or did it hit it twice? Because they're surprisingly low. These guys needed the HP, it looks like.
Yeah, you definitely needed it.
Walker, did you do all this without a tier 3?
Yes.
Probably.
You monster. I love it.
I mean, you don't need them. Like, potential has spells. That's kind of like a tier 3.
He also
Yeah,
has high level heroes.
Yeah, that's really important, honestly.
I kinda wish I'd gone for less of these tier 3s and more of what you're doing here, because I like it.
Yeah, summoning is not good. It's fine, but it's rush only. Like that's where it's best. Is like a 4-player or smaller, just kill people really quickly with the evolution things before the other ones scale out of control. And then like attunement is just amazing across the board, and then potential is like mostly only good in the late game. But I mean, as demonstrated here, like you can make things work with potential early on. It's just complicated.
It was an interesting little... I wish this would keep up to date. What was that, actually? Mark of invulnerability. Huh.
Oh,
Astral Wit. Okay. Hey, morale knocked back down. Some of those.
oh, you did get more damage on this
Yes, a
guy.
5% increase in their maximum health.
Now you could take the retaliation off of that spearman so that this shield guy can actually try. No, I don't know. That's probably not worth it. I don't know what I would do here.
I just realized how tall my hair is today.
I guess as long as, yeah, you're denying a lot of full action stuff on the hero as long as the unit stays there. Wow, nice.
Damn, it's a lot of damage.
Seriously.
The strengthen stacks up pretty quickly. Like,
Oh, 5 stacks.
I-
okay, yeah, no,
he's on
I
5
see. I
strengthen
didn't realize it
for
was
most of
5
the fight. That
strengthened.
is the best thing about summoning.
That's-
Their damage output is nice.
it's why I really like the support cryo setup for summoning, because you can try and stall out the early, like if you play right, which I did not here, mind you, you can try and stall out the early rounds of combat until your damage
you
just kind of, yeah.
Yeah. If you're right. If you can just like float it 5 strengthen for most of the fight without having to invest like any other resources other than casting spells, that is what makes like rush summoning work so well. Is that you can just cast like other things and then just get to strengthen 5 on everyone, and hopefully keep them alive by rotating them in and out and taking a little bit of damage here and there, and then heals here and there. But like, I think you kind of have to do that, because if you're not, then like the raw damage of attunement is just like so unbelievably strong that you're missing out on a lot.
Walker, I really like
Attunement
your
is
color
just
scheme.
amazing.
Your Tigran spell shields look so cool with like the red on the dark horse
Yeah.
and then the blue. Like they're flashy, like they stand out,
Yeah.
which is kind of fun because like if they're supposed to be the tanky, taunty units, then that works. Like everyone's like paying attention to them.
Yeah, I think they're fun. I think the art direction for Age of Wonders 4 is just like amazing across the board. But I do think that a big part of that is like all of the different cultures have really cool ways to show off different color schemes.
Yeah.
Stop killing that. I need it. No. I'm
Good.
allergic.
Yes. One less tier 2.
And that was
yes.
that was not even just a regular tier 2. That was a tier 2 with a silver medal.
Oh yeah. You did it.
That was a good one. He didn't get my champion, but he got my second best spell shield, I think.
I'm awake now. I don't, too little too late, but I'm awake.
I mean, you're still gonna do a lot of damage here because you've got what is this, tier 3? No, it's a tier 1 weapon on Striking Blightbringer, but it still is dealing the damage of like a tier 2.5 thing because of the Starblades. It's a lot of damage on your hero.
This Anvil Guard with 7 HP is like, what do you do with this? You just get him killed. You just hit once and just
Anvil Guard? What?
Your spear, your
Arcane
7
Guard.
HP. Yeah, my bad. Guards. Seize him. I do. What would
You
I do?
have no power here.
If you freeze Rapido, the Executioner, good name. That's not bad.
Fair.
He has the mask. Even though you can't see it, he's wearing a mask.
It's a level 2 hero with nothing but this tier 1 stat.
Haha, flanks, I like
Ouch.
it.
She's not providing much, is she? Oops.
I never know into defense mode. That was a unit I was thinking might be a decent one to defense mode. But then these guys knock him out of defense mode,
Right,
so I
that's-
don't know.
yeah,
It's irrelevant at this
Tough.
point.
Yeah, if you're surrounded by shock units, like defense mode is a lot worse.
Yeah, these
But it's
Phantasm Warriors are
tricky.
about to get Piper parried behind this rock.
Yeah.
Alright, Godsend's actually gonna win this. I'm calling it right now. Go Godsend.
No.
Do it. Oh, think I know what you're thinking. That would be really interesting, actually. How likely is that?
It's
You
not.
Blizzard this unit? Yeah, it's not Blizzard, unfortunately.
I would love to have Blizzard right now. But I unfortunately did not get much in the way of items from my creeping.
Oh, I see one spell shield that is Blizzard, but I don't think you're going to be able to hit him with that unit anymore. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, technically, you will have a shot on it, but your shot's going to have like 3% chance to hit.
Yeah. I mean, the base 30% on Staff of Frost, even with a Blizzard, is like not enough that I think you should count on it. It's just sort of like you're shooting people to deal damage at that point. And then hopefully you also get the frozen, but it's so low that like you're
Wait.
probably gonna get slowed instead. That's the more likely thing you should expect.
You have a restore that you can use to get rid of the frozen on that anvil guard. Maybe?
There's still no anvil guards.
Probably
Yeah, I'm
shouldn't be
so sorry.
vexing.
Where is this anvil guard?
Yeah. Arcane. I'm just trying to help you out a little with the last decision. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know it's beneficial to you as well. So.
You're right.
I mean, it doesn't matter with like dissonant, like right now with dissonance in the unless he's out of casting points, which I doubt.
Actually, I have only spent, and it is heartbreaking, but I've only spent 24 casting points so far all game.
It's overrated. You don't need a casting.
Well, like I think I have Astral One and a Soother online, so like my spells cost almost nothing.
Yeah, no, true. I thought about building another Soother after mine died from its retreat. It did not survive, unfortunately.
I probably need to value Astral One more now that I've been playing Summoners. And
Astral One, you don't want to get it early because it doesn't do anything for auto resolves, but like other than that, it is actually amazing. It's a really, really good skill.
See, I know if both of us played optimally, what we'd do in our fight, Walker, is we wouldn't fight each other. We'd just sit back and cast spells.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that, though. Like,
Yeah.
It's no.
you are playing Summoners, right? I think you do have to engage in order to get the most value out of it.
I have 90 casting points.
Yeah, we both have enough casting points to effectively cast spells forever, but your spells are probably gonna... I mean, I don't know, it's complicated, because, like, Potential does a lot of damage up front, but, like, you'll run out of things that are overcharged, so then you won't be able to Dissonance every turn.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's just, like... so much of it is how the fight is actually going, rather than how the fight could theoretically go.
Walker, this is where you just pass the turn
No.
and you let him
Absolutely
kill your
not.
guys. No?
Absolutely
Oh,
not.
sad. You just gave them all the spare. That's very rude.
Thank you.
For 3 turns? Ah. Wait, loses 5 morale
don't
at the end of
think
his turn for 3 turns? I didn't know it was that
That
bad.
Godsend
Jeez.
can win this, but he's putting the pressure on, which is nice. He's got some much
All
better
right.
units than I have.
When I hit your unit, I want to try and not do melee, and if I do, I want it to be so good that it ends the fight. Or I get enough morale, it doesn't matter.
I need spell-tempered shields for my footmen. That would be interesting. Get like a bunch of tier 2 defenders. They've already got the bonus defense. And then get spell-tempered shields so they have +1 resistance and they give out +1 resistance in defense
so
mode.
did it retroactively change the ranks based off of the society traits in this game?
I have no idea exactly.
Probably did, but I'm not sure.
Like, we may have a... Well, you guys all probably have
We
a bunch of
obviously
units.
have some
I
bugs
don't.
that are being observed, but you know, it's the way it is. We got a big patch.
Yeah,
that
I
changed
think
things, so I'm not
typically
surprised.
when they do change that kind of stuff, it does immediately take place. But I don't know if that can take away a rank from a unit.
Well, I'm wondering if that's
Yeah.
part of what happened with the
Well,
Phantasm Warriors.
no, that,
I had
like,
runes.
it is just do the math. Like it's literally
It would
above
make
the
no difference.
maximum
Yeah, it was like
possible
integer
with Phantasm
overflow,
Warriors by
and
a
they're like,
pretty
well, we'll
meaningful
just
amount.
take off 1 rank and 10 health, and it circled back around to 160.
Yeah,
It's like the
it's
Gandhi.
bugged like beyond like a doubt, but it's okay. It was like 50 extra HP on these guys.
They were frozen for a while anyway, so... It didn't really buy them much extra time in the end. There has to be a check for distance, or is it just you just apply it? Oh my god, you just apply
You
it.
just apply it.
Ah,
But
ah.
you just apply it because it is kind of like questionable in terms of overall value. You here to guard the flank.
Do it.
I'm just like the real Arthas. I'm at my lowest point.
I
right
really
now.
like the Astral Keeper spell now.
I need to get to
I think
Northrend, and I need to
think it
make
gets underestimated or
Frostmourne,
it
and
doesn't get
then
expected.
the butts will be kicked.
Yeah,
I need a dwarf
it's
to blow up
mostly,
when I make
like,
the sword.
It's not good in every situation. But
Fantasy
because they
dwarf.
upgraded Astral Keepers with like the self-sacrifice ability, they do have some real play. They have issues where they're weak to, you know, lightning damage, which is a very powerful damage type. But I think Tome of Summoning is still like playable. It's got some good options.
Look at the value of that on summoners too, in itself.
Yeah.
Like you're proccing the heal and the strength, and then summoning a magical origin unit that also is going to heal.
What did it heal? Like 15 and then 10 more HP when it died? Is that what I remember seeing?
Yeah.
That's a lot of health you get
It's a lot
across
of
the
health.
board.
Yep.
Its healing spell heals for
And it's a
25.
unit too, right? Like it gives you the flexibility of also just being able to click defense mode with it, which is pretty solid on a support unit.
Wait, what's your tome thing right now? It's this blessed champion? Yeah, I see it now. Alright. You took the blessing one, which can
I
do
took the blessing
renew.
one. Oops, all
Oh
heals.
no. 2 radius condemn? That sounds not good for me. Oh no.
Yeah, Godson's gonna chew through a lot of my stuff. I'm definitely gonna have to click the right of like low tier units. I don't see any way that I'm not gonna get enough chaff in front of my buds.
Yeah. This has been a good fight. I think that cosmic what's it called? Nonsense pulse.
Yeah, Chaos Pulse, yeah.
When it didn't actually get the good rolls, it made this a much more fair fight.
I think you're thinking of Anvil Guard.
Yes,
Anvil Guard.
Anvil.
Yeah,
Anvil.
use the Animal Guard pulse.
Changes all your units into tier 1 Anvil Guards. Okay.
Honestly, I would do that.
Take
on-
it.
I would use it
I
on
want
my
that
own
tome.
guys. Yeah, I want it.
I can't remember what their basic, what their ability is. Do they have one? Yeah, the
I
taunt.
need
That's
to
right.
remember that.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
man,
not bad.
I could summon like this. I can just bring in units
Oh,
because
they
it's
have
really
watchful
fun.
too. What is all this? I don't need all these. Go away.
Now the real question for me though is going to be, are the other Phantasm Warriors also bugged in outer space for HP? Like, if Godsend, do you have any queued up anywhere?
Phantasm
Can't get rid of
Warriors?
these.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a bunch of like I'm gonna be able to bounce back from this very quickly.
Yeah. My question is, are the other Phantasm Warriors that you're making, the new ones, are they also getting bugged amounts of HP?
I
Right.
have not queued them up. I transferred, following the nerf and knowing that there's a
Yeah.
nerf to Phantasm Warriors, most of my summons today have been the Snow Spirits.
Yeah. Well,
Well, you
I'm
might have to
curious
do
if
one
we,
for science.
Yeah, for science. Yeah, we'll see what time we have. It's now 3:00.
Yeah. I'm interested in the fight, but at the same time I'm tired. Like I want to. I think an auto
mean-
would be fun just to see what the result would be, and then we can. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that could be fun. I would need a turn or two for my dudes to heal because mass rejuvenation is a lot better in a manual fight than it is in an auto at setting it up. But like also if you wanted to do the fight sometime between now and or between Monday and Thursday, we could do that too because
Yeah.
I am available.
I think that would be actually worth to do when we have energy and
Yeah.
willpower.
Brain
Because like
power.
right now, you and me are gonna just like force mistakes to try and make it fast, and we don't need to do that. If we can find some time, Walker, let's try and do that during the week.
Yeah.
I don't know
My schedule's
exactly what my week
generally
is,
more
but I should be
open.
able to.
I think the only thing that I'm like definitely planning on doing is going to an LGS on Wednesday night to pick up some cards for my cube, and
Yeah.
then just like trolling around on Discord and trying to get people to play Magic with me. So like,
If you beat me, Walker, I'll find some time to play some Magic with you. Oh.
that's an offer.
Oh no, he's gonna try. No, what have I
Rude!
done?
No, get out of here!
Get more. You can win this fight. I believe in you. Oh, what if he wins this fight? Come on,
Dude, he wins this
Godsend.
fight, like, oh baby, oh the baby.
I'll keep distracting him, Godsend. You do you.
Uh,
Walker Magic. It's really cool.
yeah, so far, the only thing that's like really dangerous that I've lost is the spell shield. The rest of the stuff that I've lost so far has been crap.
Bob
If
is
he kills
recruit,
Storm
I
Spirits, then
remember.
I'll be very sad. They're gonna evolve in this fight if they can survive.
Oh man,
One
I
of
thought
them at least.
thought this guy in chat was real. Why did you have to be not real?
Are you hearing voices or something now?
No, this is
Listening, a
somebody
bot
being
showed
like
up,
cheap
just
viewers.
just
I'm
let
like,
him-
I saw
Yeah.
something and I was like, viewer.
Oh, he's a beautiful minding it. Just let him go.
Yeah. Anvil guards. What?
These are my 3 friends. Anvil guards.
Look at all the anvil guards.
I thought all these anvil guards were real.
So is that like a disappointment every time I message in chat? Oh, it's just Godsend.
No, I'm trying to figure out why my chat doesn't have this person on this. What is happening here? Oh, you didn't even message on it unless it's still coming through.
not today.
Okay. Oh.
Winsley, when's your birthday? I'll dress up as an anvil guard and go into defense mode for you.
December.
Come over and do an extremely non-sexy dance where I just put my shield up and stand there.
No, you have to taunt him, otherwise the flavor.
Oh, it'll be taunting
Right.
him, I'm sure. I don't have to use an ability for that. All right, which one of you is the lucky birthday boy? Have you been
This guy.
good this year? Because you're going to get 2 extra defense.
Oh baby.
So, and now it just occurred to me that if I do land the freezes in this matchup, this fight, then I can actually limit dissonance. The impact of dissonance.
You could impact him with dissonance. No wait, you're right. Frozen. Never mind. Yeah. That would help a little bit. It does chip away in a way that when you're dealing with a longer fight, I don't think is completely insignificant. And I'd like the ability to use dissonance to finish off units.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I already, like I said, I feel longer fights are actually in favor of summoners.
Yeah.
Longer fights provide summoners with a time for them to heal, which is a big deal. Yeah.
Ooh, that was a big hit.
What the hell was that?
God.
You've
That was
exploded.
my big polearm boy.
Oh, power.
Oh, he has a
cleave.
sweep. Ooh.
Cleave
I
is
was
really
Electrified.
What is
dissonance.
that?
2 stacks too. Wow. Actually, wow. It's gonna be fun to fight.
It's kind of unusual to see a pole arm with power cleave. That's cool.
Right.
Or at least
Yeah.
for me, I feel like I've not rolled into something like that before. It's almost always a two-handed sword.
No, you're right. It is pretty unique. I was thinking that I kind of wish we had a return to some of the old generated items or the pre-built stuff that they made for the beginning of the game. But this
Yeah.
auto-generated stuff. If I had to choose between 2 auto-generated.
I'm of
fun.
2 minds. I did like the consistency of the old items where you could be like, oh, I got that thing. That's great. Now I can put, but now it's my main issue is how hard it is to figure out what to put on a unit now. Cause you'll
'cause
click on
everything's
their
crazy.
primary. You've got 15 swords that are all different tiers and have different random stuff on them. And the indicator is not very helpful. Like the art is all like multicolor nonsense going on. And in a vacuum, I think they look cool and it's awesome. But then you're like, I don't know what any of this is or what it does. You have to read through every item every time. You can't
Yeah.
sort by tier. Or wait, can you? I think you might be able to do that now. You didn't used to be able to.
Unfortunately, Winsler, I think this is the extent of what I'm going to be able to do with this fight.
You did good. I kind of knew, with the Sovereign being on one side, it's so good. I mean, even though the Chaos Wolves didn't do everything it could, there's a lot of utility in this unit, especially at level 8 once you get the Forgotten Tomes.
Yeah, once you have the tome online, they're pretty. But I still think that generically the Wizard King is better, especially now that they've nerfed Eldritch Influence.
Yeah.
There's so much value in that.
Even if I didn't mess up the combat, there's a lot going into this fight. So you are already on Tome of Summoning. You're ahead on research. You're ahead on hero levels. So yeah, there's a lot for me to do better next time. It was fun.
Yeah, you can go back and look at his stream too to see how he got there.
Yeah.
That's the really neat thing I think about our streams is we have multiple perspectives too to see how people are able to build up to what they have. I think, yeah, my hero, even though I died and I went to war and I spent a bunch of time kind of maneuvering for that, I got a level 8 guy and 2 level 4 guys.
Getting
It's
good
tough.
hero levels is really important, but once you get good at it, you realize that it's not actually super hard. You just
I
need to
already
how
know
to
what
set
I
up your fights. Yeah.
did wrong with that. I didn't go into the seas quick enough. I didn't take advantage of the fact that it's an island map. I didn't adapt to that.
Yeah, all the nodes I think between me and Walker were still uncleared. That's why I have damage on my guys.
Yeah, I cleared a bunch of stuff in one direction, but I had only so far I could go.
Yeah. I mean, all 3 of the fights I think I took were within 2 or 3 provinces of your capital.
Raised?
Yes!
Raised?
Yes! You did it. Was it 90% grace? Those are the worst.
It was a 90% grace.
I feel your pain, actually.
That's fine. Most of the rest of those guys I think are beaten up enough that they're not going to matter.
You've actually reduced the morale on these guys. Oh no! No morale! Why? Alright, it's time for a big spell. I know you got it.
My ruler's dead.
What? No? No?
Yeah, I got him.
Wait.
Got him last turn. Yep.
The
I just did a bunch of damage to him and blasted him with a Cosmic Ablation.
level 5 Vex Vergalas
Yeah.
is dead on your
Is-
screen.
Not on yours? You gotta, I think you're out of sync, kid.
I don't want to cause any problems.
No,
What
it's
should I
actually better
do?
to leave. Leave.
You think?
Leave
Alright.
and come back. Yep.
Alright. Exiting.
Yeah. Because otherwise the game is going to detect you as being out of sync anyway.
Yeah.
Because, at least on both of our screens, the ruler is dead.
Yeah, ruler's dead
Maybe
for me
I-
too.
Okay. I mean, it's on stream, so maybe. Yeah, I was seeing things and people can go back and tell me, but I'm pretty sure I saw that person is still alive. Wild. Because I'm pretty sure I was seeing all the other actions as you're going
We have
through
no
it.
reason to believe you. This game has been unbelievably stable from the beginning,
Yeah,
and you're
we've
lying.
never experienced literally the exact bug that you're talking about ever before.
Grease uniform 4, right? Yeah. It's like, but there's 5 players. Right, no. This is nice. My cat's saying hi.
Hi.
You know, units returning to your control at the end of your turn or at the beginning of the opponent's turn is really a big slap in the face.
Yeah.
At least they could it's out of sync.
Out of sync.
It's okay. The hero's dead on my screen.
Good.
Yeah,
I
good.
think
Yeah,
only
everything's
because,
right.
It was the first attack that I did on that turn, and then it out of synced. So the last time that happened, it was only the first one where that was a problem. I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
that's gonna be the case again.
Could be that. Could also have been Winslayer coming back.
Yeah. But it's still my turn, and the attack did go through, so I'm not
Yeah,
currently
okay.
worried. If the next attack out of syncs, then I'm a little worried. But that one was alright.
Well, it didn't happen every time the other time. Like, we had a few times so far, but this battle's been much longer
Yeah.
than a few hits.
Alright, when I fight Walker, I need to at least kill 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units. That's the counter that I need to get to. I know if we wait long enough, Walker will win, and if we don't wait long enough, I'll just win. So we gotta find a nice healthy medium for it.
Yeah, let's get a couple of turns of healing, and then I think we can fight again. Because I'm not gonna wait until I can produce a bunch of stuff. I'm literally gonna click right of the last stand. I just don't want to fight
Yeah.
with dudes that are at 2 HP.
I think in order to make those turns and the sequences make sense for what we're trying to do, we can just like end the stream after this fight and then actually
Yeah.
do those
Set it
turns.
up.
Like, yeah, because like
Yeah.
you said.
Well,
takes
I
seconds,
think that
but-
if the Alliance and the Horde don't team up, Arthas is going to win.
That is possible.
So-
Crazy things have happened in this game.
So honorable.
Underground, making his empire. This whole time, he wanted us to think he was fighting Walker and just sent skeleton. Oh, it's brilliant. He's actually got 8 cities and tier 5 units. Well played.
Yeah, and to get to me, you have to go through a series of raids.
You go through a series of tubes.
No.
And let's just say, I don't think you have enough Mountain Dew and Doritos to make it to me.
I don't drink Mountain Dew.
Of course, you had a chaos pulse.
Then you'll never reach me, kid. Wait, no, I mean, in
I
this
don't-
economy?
Unless you've added alcohol to it, I'm not gonna drink soda.
Oh, man, I remember in college when I didn't understand yet how horrible my body would respond to caffeine and alcohol in the same beverage.
Four
It's called
Loko.
get really
No.
inebriated, pass out, wake up in the middle of the night, still inebriated but unable to sleep.
God, Four Loko. That was popular for a while. Is that still a thing?
It's illegal, I think.
Wait, really?
I'm pretty sure that it's illegal now.
I think I remember something about that. Yeah, too much
That's what I
caffeine,
heard.
right? Or
It's like it makes young people do things that are even more incomprehensibly dumb than alcohol normally does.
oh, I
I
see.
think that's what it boiled down to, basically.
Got it.
Yeah, the only defense we have against the stupidity we get from alcohol is that you're on a timer. Eventually you go to
Right.
sleep. But if you fill it without caffeine, you can't go to sleep, so you just keep doing dumb stuff.
That's a good way of looking at it. You're right.
I mean, I have such a profound caffeine dependency that I think that's what I ended up doing anyway. With alcohol consumption.
Yeah. I'm old now, so if I have caffeine past like 5 p.m., then I cannot go to sleep when I want to.
Well played.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
Yeah, that was fun to watch.
It does look like I mostly only lost the spell shield, but I did lose so much stuff that thank God I have that ritual of draft chaff because I need it.
Ritual of Shaft.
Like a song right there. I like it. A good alliteration there. Actually, yeah, let's do it. Let's start a band.
The ritual of draft chaff band.
You're gonna give me your draft shaft.
Oh no. Just actually demonetized.
Nurgle's demonetization.
Yeah. First album is called Demonetized or something, right? I feel like that's already happened. Somebody did that. That's not. There has to be an album like that.
My favorite thing for like fake group album name or whatever is just self-titled debut album.
Oh, I think I know that one. Wait.
It's really good.
Oh, can I do
Wait,
it
like-
off of memory? No, I don't.
Like
Can't.
literally the word self-titled debut album.
Self-titled debut album.
Okay. So that no one can tell whose it is. Great.
Yeah. Yep.
So the next time any of this is happening is like 3 weeks from now, right?
4.
any of the
Maybe
things-
I might not be here in 4 weeks, actually, to be honest, because I'll be away for 1 or 2 Sundays in September. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
At that point, it might be a whole new game.
it's skirmishes all the way
It's
down.
definitely gonna be a whole new game. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do some
Certainly.
skirmishes and maybe some, like we discussed, some Crusader Kings at one point, and Stellaris is in the back of my mind because I miss hanging out with some of the guys. Some of them come by and chat and been like hi, and I've been like,
Yeah.
I remember the Stellaris days.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly we're gonna be doing over the next basically month, but my idea is that I'll be ready on. I'm pretty sure I'll be ready to go on the 8th or the 15th of September.
I'll be out the 17th and 18th, and then the 24th and 25th for August. But if like Winslaya runs some skirmishes while I'm out, and I run some skirmishes while he's out, I wouldn't be surprised. There's always time for people to get some good skirmishes in.
And I'll be unavailable in September on the 22nd and the 29th. I will be in Tennessee.
Ooh. I lived in Nashville for like 10 years when I was younger, and my grandparents lived in Sewanee, where the University of the South is, like right on the border with Alabama and Georgia, like near Monteagle.
Well, I don't know the area that well, but I think one of my best friends, I think it's Nashville he lives in, or just outside of it, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why we're going.
Really cool city, man.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
we do a
Nashville's a lot
we
of
do a
fun.
friend con every year, and most years we try to go somewhere like close
Go
to
to Dragon
somebody.
Park.
So we've
Go to Dragon
done
Park.
around here, and then now we're going to Nashville. We've done up in northern Indiana once. Michigan City, Indiana, which is a confusing name because then you're like, where were you?
Alright,
Yeah,
AI, don't
the way
kill a
it is.
unit, please, AI. Oh, I have, what's this? Oh, I can sit on your node and keep you from getting mana. Do I want to be
Dude.
that person? Do I want to be that person?
You can. I don't have any mana problems, Winslaya.
That's true.
That problem has been solved.
Burn, baby.
If you do that, that is. I'm not going to be mad about it.
I just want to burn it now for fun.
Good. Do it. Show that thing who's boss.
I did
Right,
it.
so I guess we're gonna pause our stream here and then just kind of like wait a couple of turns and set up for a fight against Winslaya.
Yeah, we may want to try and end our turn soonish so that we can like confirm everything. I'm pretty sure my turn is done. Like that's why I mention it. But like I know you probably were focused on the fight and not your turn, so you take your time with that stuff.
Don't need it. Turns or schmerns.
Yeah,
I
turns
just
are
need- I just need
schmerns.
units that aren't in. I need units that aren't dead. That's really what it boils down to. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna pause my stream here then, so that way we can pick things up.
So we're
saw
we're
your
done for
message,
today
Godson,
then? Is
thank
that
you.
what you're...
I think that's the plan, and then we're
Okay.
just gonna see if we can set up a fight with Winslaya for some time.
Okay,
between
yeah, so I can
now
get
and
on it
for-
and turns and stuff like that. Okay.
Oh, there's somebody streaming with 69 viewers. I like literally can't not.
Nice!
It's fate. All right, let's go send people over. It's another one of these virtual YouTubers. I think Age of Wonders 4 apparently appeals to this this new, what do you call it, craze.
The hip new thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
these
All the
young
young
kids
people are-
nowadays and their furry avatars.
Exactly.
All right,
let's
everybody,
send
I'm
them
gonna head
over.
out of this stream.
Yeah, I'm curious what they've played.
Thanks everybody for watching. I guess
But
we
at
may
the
I
same
may or may
time,
not be
I'm
able to show you
probably
the end of
going to
this, but
go
if you
do
want to
some
see
old
it,
person
definitely check
stuff right
out
now.
Nurgles and Winslaya. So Winslaya's channel,
should
W&E
we
plays
click
games,
through
and
to, like getting
what is
Battle
Nurgle
Pseudo
called?
setup?
No, Nurgles W&E
or do
plays
we want to
games,
just
and
have the
Winslaya
other
is
people like
something else.
surrender?
All right, I'm gonna head out. Goodbye, everybody.
Did
I
you
mean,
guys already
I mean,
leave?
the idea is
Voice?
that we're just starting a whole new game
I'm-
next time.
I'm
Just
here.
y'all play,
Yeah,
right?
immediately.